I went with the family just because of my proximity to the dude. For lack of a better term, I went to the the funeral home at the end, like, because he was being cremated. Went to the crematorium, and his mother was like, "Hey, I'd like for you to say a word," and I was like, "Okay," and I said, "Plethora," and she said, "Thanks, that means a lot."
Oh, fuck me.
Anyway, he would have appreciated it. Rest in peace, Kat. Rest in peace, Justin. The Sarah Jessica Parker gets hip surgery, and then
I figured they just put her down.
You're really the glue that keeps this podcast together.
Yeah. And there's really no horsing around here, Bobby.
Oh, worship. So here, the last thing is that.
Watched some old movies, a couple of old movies.
All right, what'd you watch?
Snatch.
Oh,
Last night.
how'd it hold up?
Bobby, not Bobby. Kristen never. Oh, like you, my other wife, apparently.
Man, wife.
Kristen never seen it. Like she loved.
Dude,
Men.
I need you to like drill shit into my wall too.
so to speak.
Hey, yo. Oh, man. As you know, I'm a fan of The Office, the American version,
which is quite good.
It's
Second best Office ever made, hands down.
9 complete seasons of it.
Oh, you can't get enough.
And there's, I watch it a lot, and
Lot to watch.
there's a lot to watch, and Comedy Central plays it constantly. But when I was in the film industry many years ago, when Armageddon came out on video, the names people said asking for that movie.
Not Deep Impact.
This is in rural Alabama. Keep that in mind. My favorite was "Do y'all got Arm the Ghetto?" And it said, "Is that the one with Bruce Willis in it?" Yeah. There's 152 copies of it over there.
Movie,
Arm the Ghetto.
And I'm also.
I think that's about the CIA in the 80s.
Yeah, I think they're already armed. I don't think they need to be armed.
That movie probably would be way better. I have on here.
Sometimes you don't know where your notes are. That's funny. You shorten your notes.
So this might have been on a Friday or Saturday.
Bobby drunk notes.
This might have been on a Friday or Saturday. Chris looks like a white Keenan Ivory Wayne. I don't know.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
What were you thinking about him?
I've never paid attention. Let me look.
Can someone put them side by side, please?
I don't know why I thought this.
Kanye, I think, talks too much, especially recently. He's talked a little too much.
He's talking a lot about Kim these days.
Yeah.
He's off Black
hurt.
History Month now.
He's hurt.
He's on Kim.
Yeah, he wasn't so black for the past few years, but
Where now? Julia Fox.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got an MO.
He does. He has a type.
He likes thick white girls, and I can't say I blame him.
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad.
I mean, he's all right.
Yeah.
I watched the Bill Cosby documentary.
I love to hear it.
Did you fall asleep during it?
No, it was good.
Oh, wait.
Oh, fuck, it's so good.
You know, I said to Sarah as we're sitting there watching it, because it debuted on January 30th, on that Sunday. And I was like, I feel like the timing is kind of piss poor. And she was like, well, I was like, come on.
Right.
Bill Cosby, I'm pretty sure you're aware he's black.
Right.
In February, like a couple days away coming up. Yep. And I was like, you can't do it in March.
Hold that till March.
Like,
that's Women's History.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like, you got to skip March so we can go with April. Or like no one has April, right?
God.
There's very little things that you can tell a straight white man in America that he cannot do.
Oh, Christ.
Hey.
One of them's an opinion.
You had years of it. Your ride's over.
I mean, me being selfish, I'm gonna go with Black James Bond. I can't say his name because I don't know how to pronounce it.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I can see that.
I'm gonna go with that guy because everyone's like, he's so handsome. I'm
I
like,
would
you
get
know
the
what?
dude who played
I'm
the
beautiful.
UPS man on Mad TV.
Phil Lamar.
Okay. All right, not okay with that.
I love what he's
Like, I feel
love
like
I love coming here.
I like to think again that I'm a beautiful man like Black James Bond.
Oh yeah, just like I think of beautiful man like Bill Burr. Yeah, I have a realistic.
I feel like I could go international too and be James
I
Bond.
could go international.
I got skills. I could do
Hey,
shit.
the scarf says it all.
Yeah, I can show up with my scarf on.
Stringer doorbell. I had to be honest. I look up to some, like I look up to Kanye creatively. Like I think that some of the things that he's willing to do to push the boundaries on, I'm in awe of it. What, you got a smirk? You want to be a little smirk from Chicago?
Hey,
you a little
hey,
smirk?
I'm looking at it like, okay, Kanye. Well, you know mine's Dwayne Johnson and Will Smith.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What the hell? I just was smirking.
Oh, you want to open marriage? You want some entanglements? I would try to meet Britney Spears now because it looks like she get that crazy top.
I'm telling you, sometimes you can see like, man, this is the time. If it was Amanda Bynes a few years ago, like if this was a time for her to fuck a regular dude, this is it. Like,
Yeah.
But that
I'll
is
check it
definitely a
out.
Western.
Okay, I wouldn't argue that.
This is the best Western I enjoyed.
So the best Western is a hotel chain, Joe. You have that confused
Yeah, the
already.
but the best Western,
No buttons today.
the best Western is in Mount Airy.
You die and then
Minus the
you get
Will Smith
drafted to
soundtrack.
become a fucking cop. Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Question mark?
I told you I want him to do songs for all the movies he's in, like especially like the heavier dramas, like like
And it always has to be some sort of. It has
don't
to,
get hit in the head on a football field. Like
but it's always got to be a 70s or 80s sample that he uses.
And he's been
Okay.
the ghost cop ever since.
how about you?
Ghost Cop.
Ghost Cop.
Didn't Bill
R.I.P.D.,
Cosby do
bro?
that? Wasn't that a Bill Cosby movie?
Ghost
Ghost-
Dad.
Oh, Ghost Dad. I'm sorry.
I was like, oh, that sounds like something.
That's spooky.
There's some guys I went to high school with that did that too.
Nice. Nice. Real popular. So you said you like the bobsled, right? So just generically
I
speaking.
mean, have
what
you
they-
watched Cool Runnings, bro?
That's what he
Well,
calls my dick.
so there's 2-man bobsled. Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
They would give like 9.9s and 10s to all the Russian, and then everybody else got like 4 point something.
Yeah, it was-
That's so obvious. Like, what are you doing?
It's like awkward, you know? Like,
Yeah. It was.
like you're
but
just
you
looking-
love that kind of humor.
Yeah, and you're just looking.
That's some
at-
Larry David shit right there.
You're just looking at the other judges while you're holding your score. What? What?
What is it?
I didn't like it.
Listen, I love Timothy Oliphant, so I'm excited to see him.
What's his
in
name? That's the
Timothy
mystical creatures in Lord of the Rings that they.
Close. Hey, if you like westerns, probably the closest thing I've seen to a modern day western is Justified.
Her emotional roller coaster of like manic happiness to anger to sadness to like just agony to like it was a masterclass.
She trying to like order DoorDash. Is that what it was?
So you've ordered it as well.
Yes.
What's interesting to me, first of all, do you have any idea the amount of women that have come forward about sexual assault allegations?
I was thinking about a dozen or so.
So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How many people do you think came forward that saying Michael Jackson molested them?
A hand, like 4?
Okay, so you're very close there. I thought it was like 8 to 10. Until I had to research it, it's 3.
Okay.
60 some people
69, let's say.
That's good. I like it. That's canon now. Add it to the lore.
have come forward about allegations regarding Bill Cosby.
He had a lot of time. Can you imagine a real version of I don't want to miss a thing?
Sign it up.
I don't want to miss a thing. The drill version is about his ops that he would not want to miss a thing when they were coming through. So he could fucking kill them.
Build the booth.
So I have no idea. I have no idea.
I still have that little the little cup. I don't know if you guys.
I'm not really a slow dancer. Like I don't cuddle with a bitch. I don't do. No, I'm just kidding. fuck the drool out of mouth. Don't worry.
If you still don't know how David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear, you're part of the spell table.
Fun fact: I saw him live.
Oh, awesome.
What about on a TV when I have foreskin, bro.
Ew. For one,
Is there a flex button? Is there a flex button around we can press?
So like if like
I get confused as to which one it is.
so if you
dead shit or flex?
fuck so much that like the just like your lip can split, the lip of the foreskin can split.
Really?
Yeah.
I've injured myself years past.
It's just downside after downside.
And then like you know how like when your lips like are split or chapped, have to crack, and every time you open your mouth, it cracks again. So like on the foreskin, you get hard and it cracks again, and you just keep fucking anyway, bro, because you gotta fuck.
Oh my god. So like,
I mean, I guess
picked
no.
fucked up episode to be on.
What episode is it? I mean, I'm assuming other people listening have foreskins. I didn't know what I'm talking about.
I hope not.
oh my god!
What are we doing here?
Yeah, man, we gotta be cutting tips off dicks of babies. We gotta do that. We gotta keep doing that.
Can you imagine how horrifying that would be to look at something that you have known since second grade and all of a sudden it looks like Chinese? Well, Egyptian.
I was looking at Chinese.
Well, this isn't the charming Freddy that we know. Like he's not supposed to.
It's not meant to be.
He's a
Yeah,
fucking pedophile.
correct. But it is like it is Freddy Krueger the most charming pedophile?
Yeah,
Well,
like,
I don't know. Is he might not be the most prolific either.
But what does he bring to the table for a kid, though? I mean, what does he have to offer?
Striped sweaters.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
guess.
a sweater.
I mean, it isn't like he has.
Cool hat.
If you put some candy on the end of the.
I mean, he can, manipulate dreams, make things cool for you.
It is interesting though how kind of germane to that character the charm is. It's kind of interesting.
As that franchise moves along further, you like once you get past
2.
after 2.
That's when he starts becoming a character.
Yeah,
When you get Dream
in the third
Warriors.
one, that's where you get that Freddy character. But
Welcome
also,
to prime time,
now
bitch.
lose, at that point, everyone lost sight of the fact that he was a pedophile. I mean, there's one called the fucking Dream Child.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know if this is a good call for y'all. I mean,
I mean, and not only did they lose sight of him, he's the mass murderer of fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
And they see
He's
kids,
not a good guy.
and the parents got together and they torched him alive in a shed, and that's how we used to fucking cancel people. All right,
That's right.
yeah, it's like all this going on Twitter and shit. Nah, just set them on fire.
Do you know why William Dafoe often gets typecast as a villain? Because his name isn't William DeFriend.
God.
Fucking. Jesus Christ. It's my birthday week. You could have waited. You could have saved that for next week. I'm just going to pretty much say record, you guys talk, and then I'm going to be in the background saying
Friendly edit. All right, let me stop that real quick. And we're back.
It's good times.
all right. But yeah, it's
No one's
just,
drinking.
I know.
This is a fucking Tuesday afternoon. Or Wednesday
yeah,
afternoon.
no one's drinking.
Y'all will love this with my Alabama ass.
Mm-hmm. Let me get ready.
Yep. Oh, yeah. You just get it locked and loaded. You may just want to let it run in the background. So, when I was in the wrestling business, I had a young man that wrestled for me, and he went by the name Billy Ray Grant. He was, I don't know, I was probably in my late 20s, early 30s, and he was probably 21. I don't know. Nice kid, just basically doing this for fun on the weekends, whatever. Dude has not crossed my mind in 15 years.
Right.
I get a Facebook message. Hey, are you on 23andMe? I said, bro, are we cousins? We're cousins.
No. It's just like the radio. All right. I want some goofy songs. Then I want some heartfelt songs. And then I want some drill songs. And then, by the way,
Goofy and drill is like real similar to me sometimes.
Did you guys see that I sent you that? Did I send you that where the mayor met with all these drill?
Yes.
you did.
I was like, how
What
the
the
fuck
fuck
did
is
this
that?
happen?
The mayor has decided to no longer push the issue.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah. He looked, I'm going to be honest with you.
that's what happens when you
My
sit in a
man-
room full of gangsters.
my
You're like,
man-
you know what? Maybe it's a bad idea.
My man looked shook. I was like, is he even going to talk? Or are they just telling him what he's doing?
Yeah.
Somebody tried to scam me.
Really?
Bro.
I'm pulling it up right now.
On
this is
what?
This is on the Crashbox Customs Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Instagram scammer.
Yeah.
It's the scam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah,
listen,
no,
I
someone got my
played
buddy,
him,
and he's
like
been messaging me every day, and I've been fucking with him every day. And I just told him yesterday, "You're stupid. I fuck with you every day. Do you not read these fucking messages?"
So it wasn't over some diorama shit.
Oh no! Hang on,
okay.
I've got to read this, and it's pretty long, but it's worth it. It involves,
Same thing I told your girl.
yeah.
It's pretty long, but it's worth it.
All right, so I get a message from Adonis, who also goes by
Oh, that's Drake's son.
Sonoda Beats. And if we view his
What's going on? He's old, man.
and if you
He's on Instagram and shit.
if you view his profile, he has 2 pictures of him holding this child. Right?
That's not his kid.
Hang on, that plays into it a bit. So there's 2 pictures of him holding a child. So it's just simply send me your Cash App tag for $5,000 giveaway. And I said, how's this work? What's your Cash App tag? And I said, I don't know what that means. It's a free giveaway. What do you have? I said, you mean like a bank card? Yes. How does it work though? Okay, all you need to do. And it goes into this complicated thing where he wants me to open the edit function on my Instagram and screenshot it and send it to him, but there's nothing there. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what it. So we go back and forth. So I asked him. I said because he sends me this screenshot of the edit profile circled, and there's the pictures of the kids. So I said, let's see. I said, is that your baby? Yes. I said, where did you get it? and so he keeps trying to go on this. And I said, who's giving the money away? Is it a celebrity? He said, sure. Just do as I said and you're going to receive it no delay.
No delay.
And I said, I just run this page for a company. It isn't really mine. Is that okay? Nah, you have nothing to worry about. Nothing's going to happen. So this is a random giveaway. How you find me. It is just for verification. After 5 minutes, you can change it. I said, is there another way? I don't want to get fired from this page. He says, no, you're going to add that verification for 5 minutes and change it back. You have nothing to worry about. I can't. Lifetime opportunity. And I said, but I'm worried. I don't want to lose my job. I want a baby like you someday. How did you get it? Is there an email you can send me for this? Can you send it to me? Can I get a baby for $5,000? That's what I sent. He says, yes, sure. You can adopt a baby from me, but I don't think $5,000 will be enough. I said, okay, well, I guess $5,000 will be a good start to save. Please send me the email. Are you sending the email? And he sends me the email. He said, but you can start paying some little payment for the baby. You can start depositing any minimum amount of your choice. Have you done that? This dude calls me.
No.
What?
And I
Gave him your number?
No, through Instagram.
You can call through Instagram?
Yeah.
Copy with a messenger.
Well, I know you can call people through Messenger, but
it's the same thing.
That's the only
Instagram
thing
and
my-
Messenger.
I don't even know if
So
I've
he
noticed the
calls
button.
me, and it's obviously someone of foreign descent, and they are
Their name is Steve.
pressuring me and just going on and on and on and on and on. And I said, do I need to send the email still? And do you have a pic of the baby? He sends me a link to bitcoin.com. I said, tap the link I sent. You can download, install. So he's trying to get me to pay with I said, how do I do Bitcoin? Just tap on the link, download and install so we can proceed. And I know how these things work. So I said, it's just like crumb trail.
Yeah.
I said, okay, we have to go to the store to get these gift cards for my husband's friend we owe money to. I will be with you later. Is that okay? He says, hit me up when you're back. And then I just over-explained this because I knew he would bite on it. Okay, we have to get 200 Apple Cards for my husband's friend. He takes 100 and invests in Bitcoins. 2, and the other 100 he takes off my husband's gambling. Please send baby picture. He says, all right, are you ready now? He calls me 2 times, and I'll tell you, he is palpable. He was like, oh my God. Because he knows this is the scam. This is the scam. You get people to go buy gift cards, and then you get the numbers. And the call was, well, the cards are in my husband's truck outside. Do you have the cards in front of you? No, they're in my husband's truck. All I need you to do is scratch the card and send me the number. I don't have the cards. Goes on and on and on and on. On and on about this. I said, I want to see the baby. So he sends me
a picture of the baby.
like an Ann Getty's baby. And he called me right back. Said, "Did you get the picture?" I was like, "Yeah, my husband doesn't like that one. Do you have?" Bobby, you may need to edit this out. I said, "Do you have a black one that speaks British?" And he says, "Yes, I can get this for you." And then he sends me this other stock photo of just
a white baby.
Of a white baby. Yes. He says, "Yes, that is what you want. Do you love them?" He calls me. He called me and I said, "Hey, we're eating dinner. Let me eat dinner. I'll call you back." He calls me again. I was like, "Look, dude, you got to chill." I said, "You got to chill." I was doing this voice. I was like, "You got to chill here with this. I'm eating. I'll call you back." And that was really it. Like the next day, I could probably call him right now and he'd answer. But I answered. I said, "Who is this? Are you the one trying to scam my employee?" Because I was kind of done with it. I don't really understand. What do you mean? And that's the last of it. But
oh god,
that was good. That was good. I mean, that guy was just like everything I laid out. He just fell right into my hand. The scammer's back.
Oh yes.
Did you last week I went into great detail this conversation I've been having with a scammer. Well,
oh yeah, that's right.
He came back around.
Awesome.
So I told him that I almost got fired, but I didn't. That I kept the job. Was told to be careful.
Yeah, because you played the 2 different roles.
Right. So what I ended up doing Friday, he met, "Hey, what's going on? Hope everything's fine." I said, "Sexy man Adonis." Now, keep in mind he thinks I'm a woman, right?
Yes.
He said, I said, "My husband left me because I couldn't stop talking to you." Yeah, he took our kids to his mama house in Kentucky. Now hang on. Then I turn on this guy. Now we can be together with our beautiful baby, is what I said. He said, "Okay, good." I said, "When can you be here?" He said, "Are you still getting the baby?" I said, "Yes, we can have the baby together, just you and I, Adonis." And then I sent him this. It's like, "I want to get this tattoo on my neck. What do you think?"
Oh my god!
It's Adonis written in cursive.
Right. He said, "What about the money you told me you were going to deposit?" He goes right for the jugular. So we can take care of that after you move here. Where do you live? I can buy you a ticket to come be with me and our family. I said, "What city are?" He's like, "That's a good idea. What city are you from?" He never would tell me where he's from. He said, "Are you going to take care of the bills of my ticket?" I said, "Yes, I've already given money to a travel agent. I just need your full name and your city, and I'll get the ticket." And he wants me to send him money through Bitcoin so he can buy it because he doesn't want to trouble me. And I'm like, no, this is my treat.
This is
my treat.
It's already done. I've spent all the money with the travel agent. He said, and then he starts begging. He's like, "No, I only need $500. I'm really having some serious problems." Okay. I said, "But your baby, you can still help the both of us. This is still your baby. Please, my love, you have to understand." And I said, "I just want you here."
He wants to be the Taylor Swindler.
"I just want you here." I put this out to see what he said. "I can give you $5,000, but I need you to be here first. Let's get you that plane ticket bought, sweet Adonis. What is your name and city?" And he never would give it up to me. He said, and he said, he's begging for $500.
He's playing hard to get though.
Said, "Adonis, I need to make sure I can trust you. Please come. You have nothing to worry about, blah, blah, blah." I said, and remember this whole thing started with him trying to give me $5,000.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, "What about the 500, about the 5,000 I won? Don't you still have that?" "Oh, it's still pending," is what he says. I said, "Take the 5,000 for my winnings, Adonis. Be strong for me with that money," is what I told him.
God,
and he
this
said,
is a novel.
And he said, "So you can't help me and my baby. I help you with the 5,000 winnings. Come to me with our baby. Let me take care of you. Please give me your info to book flight." give me the money, then I do that. I said, but 5,000 from the winnings, that is for you now. Plus I have 5,000 more when you get here for you and our baby. What's our baby's name? He tried to call. He said, Nathaniel. I think it's a beautiful name. I said, Nathaniel's a lovely name for our baby. Yes, he needs to get a good look, and that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Send us $500 to take care of some bills. I said, use the 5,000. It's still pending, he says. I said, my sweet Adonis, please know I can't send you anything until I can have you in my arms. Send me your name and city so I can get the tickets. And he says, and then he tries to flip. I can see you really don't want me. You can't give 500 to a man you love and his motherless child. I said, I am that baby's mother now. If you.
Look at me. I am the mother now.
I am the baby's mother now. If you can't come, then send the baby to me. You are a selfish man. All I ask is I get you to me and you won't do it. I think you just want money from me, Adonis. Why do you make me feel so sad? He says, I understand you, baby. And then he says, my boss and my husband say this is a scam and that's why my husband left. I think you just want my money. Do you really have our baby? Send me a pic of you with our baby right now or I call the law on you. That's what I said to him. You should see in my own view, I have to get some tax paid off and get packing. That's why I need the 500. Our baby is sleeping. I have to get our child some clothes and feeds.
Feeds like a horse.
And that was the last,
on that child.
and that was the last time I talked. But it was like, this guy's
when was that? Was that all Friday?
It was Friday. He's messages me every day. Like, do you not want to talk anymore?
This is fucking amazing.
Next time I'm
It's epic.
That is good.
bored or something. But that was that's pretty much it for me.
So look, it would be irresponsible of us to not mention, like, you know, the kind of shot heard around the world, you know, that it's affecting everybody's lives. Mine, perhaps more so than most. But, you know, it's affecting everyone. And that is, it's sad, really. And our hearts go out to a lot. But TF Source is giving away a free Moss Toy skiff with every $150 purchase. And it's not okay.
How many do you think they have?
So it's funny. So of course, I needed something from Robert, and I said, Robert, I need this answer pretty quick. If you can get me this answer, I'll give you the gift of a lifetime. and he said, okay. So he gave me the answer. So I shot him the picture, the screenshot of Skiff being free with a $150 purchase. And he wrote me back, and he's like, notice it says free till offer last till 2/28 and not until while supplies last. And then he said, because those supplies gonna last. Then he said people gonna pay $149.99 on purpose till 2/28. Everybody and their mother.
How many people hit you up about that?
Oh my God, many.
It's like,
many.
I'm not going to say anything. He's going
Many.
to see that from 10
That's why
million
I try
people.
to put it. That's why I try to push it like that in my stories to get ahead of it.
That's
but
fucking hilarious. Big change was a change mopping gigs.
I know,
I'm
man.
about to change to a new mopping gig this week.
Congratulations.
So I won't have to drive as far for work. That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I
Do you without obviously getting into too much detail, do you feel safe working in that environment?
I think I have enough.
Until you mentioned it, he felt fine, Bobby.
I think I have enough knowledge and experience to make sure I'm safe.
Mm-hmm. I lived near that environment at one point, and I was like, you know what?
So
let's get a water filter.
Look, to be fair, that place is within the place I'm going to is within pretty close proximity to Frederick. If something gets out from there, it's going to affect the entire area. It's not going to be.
But you first.
Yeah, it will be me first. That's true. Look, I'm not going to go into detail here.
How do you feel about being like so inundated with work at the same time me and Bobby asked you to do shit for us?
It's fine.
Yeah, I hate. Like I hate.
No, I don't
I
mind.
hate it.
Honestly, like Bobby asked me to help him with a 3D print, and I told him, I said, thank you for the opportunity to learn how my 3D printer
And of
works.
course,
And you have to buy all new parts.
And of course,
to
when
buy-
I ask him to do something,
something super
it breaks
complex.
the whole fucking thing. You know, and now I've got to live with that shit.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Bobby's breaking shit even if he's not handling it.
Even in my absence, my presence is felt.
Right. Bobby broke my 3D printer. He was the third party breaker in more ways than we can imagine here. But
The mask even that Riddler wears is cheeky. You know what I mean? Like it's like yeah, like if I put that mask on, you'd be like, Bobby, take the dumb mask off.
No.
we've been saying that for years, Bobby.
No.
Like the circumference of foreskin can be different. It's not like a standard size. So like phimosis is like I guess
Like,
not
have you
disease,
ever like
but
there's a difference between a wool versus a cotton turtleneck.
also different size of calamari. You know the rings of calamari. You know sometimes of them are small, sometimes of them are big, and sizes of rubber bands perhaps.
You have one with legs sometimes.
Banana.
But like phimosis is like when
peeling a
when the
banana?
foreskin doesn't stretch wide enough for the head. So like your head never fucking comes out, or like I don't know if they get surgery or what, or like it rips every time it
They
comes out.
got one surgery in particular I know that'll fix it.
And I guess some people just have loose, baggy foreskin where it's not a problem.
Dude, extra baggage, you know what I mean? All right, so here we go. This is his question. My voice, talking, podcasting, videos, all that shit, even like being the jokester in the room of a social gathering, it's a defining thing to me. You take that away from me, I got to relearn who the fuck I am. Like, so like that's the shit that I take from scenes like that.
It'd be so quiet, Joe. But real quick.
So I'm going to read these next two questions back to back. So before you answer the first, you were being forced to replace one person in your podcast group with someone else. Who would you replace?
Oh, you already did that.
Who would you replace?
Set. You need.
I did, for the record, I didn't. I mean, I did replace them in a manner of speaking, but I didn't remove them. For the record, I do wish that we could get like some of the other guys, like like Dante and Evan and Phil and Casey and Chucky O. Like, I wish we could get more guys in here more regularly.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, I don't want to. All right, man. All right. But that being said, shout out to the rest of the Cool Table.
The other thing is we all know each other pretty well, and we appreciate each other's opinions most of the time, Bob.
The funny thing
Fucking
about that
C++
statement
over
is I
here.
don't know if he's saying that I don't appreciate people's opinions or if he appreciates everybody's opinions but mine.
Hey, fucking straight shots everywhere.
Tomato.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm so scared.
These are all just creepypastas, bro.
Oh, okay.
I work as a security guard. These are the rules to defend the Tartarus Mall.
All right.
All right. The monster in my dead father's basement is getting bigger.
Okay.
Every 20 years, an alarm goes off in my town. My life as a voodoo puppet in a half-price voodoo shop. Which is that's a part two of the story. The first part is I work at a half-price voodoo shop. And the second part is my life as a voodoo doll.
Stores and restaurants. Every episode I'm hearing of about retail stores or restaurants or brands that we don't have here. Five Below, Ollie's, Dunkin' Donuts, Chick-fil-A, White Castle, Cracker Barrel.
What do you people do and eat?
Nothing. They're fucking boring.
That's
over
why
there.
they're sad.
Wow. We got Target, Walmart, McDonald's, and Taco Bell. That's about it.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? You've probably got stuff we've never heard of.
That we don't care about because they're not
there's,
good.
there's stuff
We
all
haven't
over
heard
the
about them.
country. Like,
We
listen,
haven't heard about them.
there's a gas station chain in Arkansas called Come and Go, and it's spelled C-U-M. Yeah, that one's not mine, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
So Shane G said, "A few good gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen, rather. So I have a few things on deck for you guys today. First and foremost, I've been listening to you guys for several years now, and I have to say that this was my favorite episode you guys have done.
The last one?
The last one. The conversations were fantastic, and the thoughts expressed got me thinking about some stuff.
I can't remember what the fuck did we talk about that was that special?
We talked about Batman for 45
entertainment,
minutes.
you know,
How
like,
Bobby's jealous of me.
Strays!
I don't see anything here about
Cyberzoic.
Let me look that up. Cyberzoic.
Maybe that's the sci-fi line of dinosaurs.
Creative beasts. Cyberzoic suggests some sort of technology.
Well,
perhaps.
Dino Riders are like
Correct.
You know,
Brain box wearing motherfucker.
brain box.
Yeah, dude, give me that brain box. I'll end that order.
So I mean, it's just concept art, but it looks like the Dino Riders.
Looks like 100% like Dino
That
Riders.
looks better than Dino Riders.
It looks great. I'm in. I also feel like sometimes if I am overwhelmed, I do this thing. Like, let's take like the basement. It's not in the best shape it's ever been in, but it's pretty well kept today. It was a fucking disaster on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was overwhelmed by the disaster. Mm-hmm. So you know what I do? Make sure something's always in my hand. That's like my rule.
That's my dick, though. I mean, not your hand on my dick.
Hey, you know what? That's probably the best joke you ever got off of me, Joe, so to speak. But the baby thinks that every like thing is like angels or Jesus Christ. She thinks that like anything that like is a remotely religious in nature, symbolically or iconically, is Jesus Christ. So like when I'm wearing the True Romance sweatshirt that's got the angel on it, she's like, "Oh, you're wearing your Jesus Christ sweatshirt." and
Did you do that in school?
And, you know, and she always says like, "Why is Jesus so sad?" And I'm like, "Why is he? What do you mean he's sad? His Jesus cries." Why is he always crying?
Oh my god! Let's get some scatter shots for Leia. That's great. That's great. Jesus Christ. Well, if Jesus gets a part-time job and everything goes good for him, he could be Jesus Fries. I mean, that's the next logical step, right? That's where he wants to be, on the fries. That's where the money comes in.
Yeah. Or if he had to like, work with like a construction crew and they had to like work their way into like a building or something, he could be Jesus Plies.
Right. Or like if they put him undercover to go to another country, it could be Jesus Spies.
He could be a pilot and be Jesus Flies.
He could be only if he had Pontius Pilate with him. He could fly, and then Jesus Pilate could be the co-pilot.
And if he heard that joke, Jesus sighs.
Oh man, Kanye's crying somewhere at us right now.
Lady who, for example, this lady who's have the Munchausen's thing.
Munchausen
by proxy, yeah, where they like they either actually hurt themselves or there's always something wrong with them to get the attention.
I thought Munchausen was by proxies if you're like giving your kids, strychnine or something.
Yeah. I thought Munchausen's were like box gobblers.
That's Boglins. The hand puppet.
I said box gobblers.
Yeah, that dude's a real Munchausen.
Nope.
All right.
Stupid.
Now, let me make it clear. I love Pretty Hate Machine, but to me, that wasn't Nine Inch Nails. That was Trent trying to figure out what Nine Inch Nails was.
That was a prequel.
And when he did Wish, he figured it out. And it was like, and I love Head Like a Hole. I love Terrible Lie. I love Sin. I love, what's the sad song? Something I can never have.
Heart of it.
I love all that. Something I can never have. Fucking Batman should have had that on his goddamn playlist with fucking something gets in the way. Something's in the way. Something I can never have.
Parents. But can't have parents.
Oh wait.
Man, we need a pearls hidden in the ground.
They're making stuff. You're an artist or whatever. You're producing something yourself, not a factory. I'm like, well, can you make it blue and not red? You know, like to me, it's a sensible question. If they get mad when you say no, that's a different story. But if you're like, oh, okay. If you say no, then
no, right? And I get it, but it's just in the space we're in right now. We offer these things, and they're in two different sizes height wise, so they. Yeah. You know,
because like technically you have the ability to.
Sure, we could, but then all I'd be doing all day is taking inches off of shit, and then I also have to worry about circumcision again. So then I have to worry about
little around the top.
Make sure you use the dome cap.
I watched heist movie on Netflix called The Vault. It's fun.
Who's in that one?
Fun romp. I don't know.
Who's the key grip?
Don't know.
Best boy?
Me.
So you're the best boy.
Oh, dude, you gotta tell us that. Say I'm the best boy.
Oh no,
I'm the best boy. Gay for grip.
I'm gonna see if I can get her to say it. Tell me I'm the
Record
best.
it.
Tell me
Record
I
it.
am. Tell me I'm the best boy.
You've gotten her to say some wild shit, so that's not the craziest thing.
I told her.
Yes. Don't get canceled, please.
I said I'll tell her. It was right around the time Fantastic Four was coming out, and the first one.
Yes.
And I'm getting it from the back, and I'm so excited for Fantastic Four, and I'm like, tell me flame on. She's like, flame on, my flame on.
Yes. Are you surprised that he's the same guy who was like screaming Mortal Kombat after fucking for the first time?
That's true. She comes in with these grapes, and they're fine. They're not crisp. I prefer a crisp grape, but they're not mushy. Okay. It's just sort of like the consistency is the same from the skin through it. It's fine. So like we're sitting there, and Jane is like, it's firm and playful.
What? Hello.
So Laura and I shoot each other a look. And then we start kind of snickering and sort of like making little kind of comments about it, like firm and playful, huh? And like this kind of stuff. And Jane is like, look, I know you guys are talking about dicks, but it's from Build-A-Bear.
Wow.
It's all grown up.
That was a good punchline. I thought you were setting us up for a really bad joke.
Nope.
Like this one. Hey, Joe, do you know what you call Lego-based fan fiction?
No.
The non-canonical Bionicle Chronicle. Non-canonical Bionicle Chronicle.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a very serious show, though it has lighthearted moments like anime do and crazy levity, but like it's a very deep lore. Like
Fast and Furious.
Like something else that's not Fast and Furious.
It's got deep mythos that you can really dig into. It has theology and all kinds of shit.
Do you just want me to tell you this setup?
Yeah.
Okay, spoilers in 99, 98.
Just a premise. Just in a nutshell.
So, Morpheus and this kid are in. Is it Mobius? Morbius.
And Mobius is a vampire who plays techno music.
Yeah, and Moby.
Which somehow seems appropriate.
It does.
This day and age, yes.
So
I say this with no intent to start debate. It was just something listening back to these episodes to do greatest hits. It got me thinking about with terms of inclusion and racist and such. And I think that one thing that's interesting to me that I've listening back is I've like, you know why it seems so foreign to me? I think.
Oh man, you caught it first. You caught it first.
I got to thinking about it. So Billings writes in, he says, gentlemen, I bring to you today an utmost concern. Sorry, Bobby, you're going to have to thumb scroll this one. I found out recently that there are different ways to wipe your ass. And I'm not talking about paper movement technique. If you wipe front to back to front, perfectly folded sheets, or a bunched up wad. That's
Shout out to TFCon 2018. Remember that? We had a conversation about this for hours. No, it was Skullfest over here one year.
Oh, yeah. Crumpled versus folds. And I'm talking about position. Let me explain. I had a loose toilet seat in our master bathroom. I would tighten the plastic bolts from the toilet seat, and a week later it'd be loose again. This went on for a while until I replaced the whole toilet seat and tightened that bitch down. Seemed okay for a bit. Fast forward a couple weeks, and the mother-in-law comes over for dinner, and sometimes after she leaves, I notice the guest bathroom toilet seat is loose and off-center. Tightened it and pondered for a bit. The whole sequence of events repeats itself a couple more times until I noticed a pattern. Finally, while at another dinner gathering, I asked my wife and mother-in-law, what the fuck is up with the toilet seat if you guys use it? It was explained to me that they both stay seated and lift up one cheek and lean to the side to wipe their ass. What the actual fuck? And he does a mind explode emoji. I've literally never heard of this or seen this in practice in my life. I just assumed everyone normal, sane person stood up and bent over to wipe their ass. Hello? I told them that's weird as fuck. I could not let this go. I took to Google and found out that there's a whole population of side leaners.
Are you fucking kidding
There's
me?
even others that stayed seated normally and just reach their hand underneath
If you got
and
a mobility.
through and wipe that way. Am I wrong to think this is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? How do
You are
y'all
fucking
wipe?
insane. You are fucking insane.
You are fucking insane.
You are fucking
are you
insane.
a stand?
I'm a stand-up. guys.
What the fuck?
So what,
What
are you?
a-
I'm a leaner.
Yeah.
I'm a side leaner.
I'm a
Yeah.
big motherfucker.
Depends on how much mobility I have during the day. Sometimes I don't have to lean as much. But
Yeah,
if I'm stiff, I'm leaning like a motherfucker.
and I lean on my left. I lift my right cheek up.
Is that why that
don't-
toilet's that little
Yes.
off center? In
Yes.
I don't have a big
No,
ass.
it's not why the toilet's off center. That's a building issue. My ass ain't that big.
Yeah, my ass in the back. I don't usually have to like lift the cheek itself. Like it just spreads enough when
I've always
lean.
been a stander.
That's nuts.
Dude, that's how you die. You're gonna stand up one day, reach over, and then fucking get low blood pressure and ram your head directly into the fucking shower curtain or the towel rod in front of you and bust your head in.
It's my time to go, Joe.
Yeah, so I'm a leaner.
And then you're gonna,
pull my
and then you're
pants
gonna,
up before
and
the
then
cops
you're, and
come.
then you're gonna fucking the way you're gonna fucking collapse. They're gonna find you with your head down, ass up, shit smeared all over your cheeks, bro.
Is there any other way I would want to go out?
So
I never thought of this.
yeah, I never heard of that either.
I mean, I have done the I have done the back and front, like the side
So
lean.
I've only done the side lean. I know that some people go betwixt their
Yeah.
legs.
If I'm
I'm,
on
not,
a-
I'm not fumbling through all that.
If I'm on a squatty potty, which I use a lot because they're very comfortable, then it's just like already open. Just reach down.
Squatty potty is just like a regular toilet.
Yeah, just one hand lift the ball sack, the other do reach around, and then you can just drop the toilet paper right there. You don't have
Right.
to fucking bring it around. But stand the fuck up.
Yeah, that's
with
nuts.
That's how you smeared shit all up your ass crack, bro.
I mean,
Hey,
how do
hey,
you?
Billings, just know you're
How
not
do
the
you-
only
I'm
one,
losing
buddy.
my
As a guy
shit.
that's like whatever you are, 8'6", how do you make room for all of that in the bathroom? There's got to be like because you're not afraid of shitting in public like I am. So like, what have you ever been to like a nightclub that has like this little itty bitty stall that you
First
got
of all, I would never shit in a nightclub.
or some environment
I've
that
been
has
in
a
some
small
very
toilet?
small stalls in like an airport.
I would imagine that every stall is somewhat small for you, sir.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If the handicap's available, I know.
Yeah,
anything.
it's the
I know
handicap.
it, but
I feel
there's those-
vulnerable. I don't use the handicaps.
Well,
It's too big.
yeah, oh,
it
you know,
makes
it's
me
great.
nervous, like someone's gonna get me.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You shit with your knees together.
I don't feel safe shitting in a big space. I don't know what it is. It's like there's too much room.
Anyway, after all of that, here's an easier question for you. What is your go-to urinal stance? What the fuck?
Because motherfuckers be standing
I
there wiping
know.
their ass. It's like,
I know,
dude,
I
like
know.
people on my chat and Twitch are fucking wilding out. They didn't know either that you do that.
That you do that?
Why are you looking at me?
We didn't know you were a stander.
That's right. Oh, you're talking about the
Standing and wiping your ass, yeah.
I'm not alone.
Are you-
I'm not standing alone.
not standing alone.
Hey, I wish I was seeing.
Not a Godsmack. There's another stander in my chat, but he's also a fucking giant. He's like a human
I think it's part of
Sasquatch.
because Ricky said something similar.
He's like 6'8".
Yeah,
Like,
just the geometry doesn't work.
It sounds interesting to me.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
same.
I mean, you guys,
that's why
you
I
guys
got into
might.
Haikyuu, because like I wouldn't think I would be into volleyball theory until they present it in the digestible way that makes it interesting.
Well, you do like restrictive poetry, though, to be fair.
I'm sorry.
Haikus.
353, Joe. 353.
Fuck.
I don't know if you guys watched that, The Last Dance, the documentary basically about Michael Jordan that came out.
No, I watched the one where the young high school student fell in love with the janitor and they
Yes.
danced their way to a competition.
Yes, that one.
So let's save the last
It's like
dance.
Julia Stiles or something.
Starring Julia Stiles.
I've never actually seen it.
I haven't either, but I'm well aware of it. So,
Okay.
I think if I can't visually relate to any of it, then I feel like isolated from it.
So
in some
maybe
way.
it's easier for you to visualize something if you already seen it.
Yes.
So like if
So,
the
like-
character exists in it, then you can like fill out the rest of the picture.
Yes, and I'm already excited because I know this character. I love this character. I want to see what happens to this character. Whereas with a book, I have to like learn a new character, and it's harder for me, I think, to attach unless I have an entryway, which could be an old
Like
character.
anchoring.
yeah.
Like it's games. A lot of games don't have fucking are individual.
Correct,
The
but-
games are great, but,
yeah,
you can see them.
I can see them. I got a visual. You know, like it's not an objective point. It's just mine. Like,
People's brains work differently.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
Yeah. So
Is that why you haven't read Cross Out Nights? It's because
No.
I need to read him a chapter every night. That's all it's going to take. I've bought several cans of that and we have ventilation in the basement for, just regular spray.
how's the paint durability though? Usually water-based stuff doesn't aren't as strong.
Well,
as solvent-based
but for
stuff.
what we're using it for, it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, because it's
I'm
it's not
paying-
your shit anyway. Somebody else's shit. If they fuck it up, that's on them, right?
And we also seal everything, Joe. So, yeah. So I grab. The seal does that. We don't have a seal though. I'm thinking about buying one.
seals.
Kiss from a rose.
I like fish dogs. Well, you take a character like Charlie Luciano, right? He helped form the commission like in the 40s, and like him, Al Capone of Chicago fame, Benny Siegel,
Uncle Paulie, P. Diddy, Cesar Lizzo,
See-
Daisy Gennaro, Charlie, Iceberg Slim, the more.
well done, Chris. I'm always impressed sometimes.
What a sentence!
So all right. On the Ezra
The Tesseract.
on the Ezra seat.
Oh my God!
I can't, dude. No.
All right. Hey, NRR folks, just had a question. Why is Bobby interested in the Train Bots Combiner? They aren't characters that you know, so why collect?
Oh,
So this
broke your own rule. Huh?
Yeah. So this is a good question. So I had to ask myself this. So I have an answer, and it's not a great answer, but it comes down to two things. I do have a connection to combiners, and I have logistical space.
Yes.
So it's almost like, here's the thing, Morgan. On my left side, which is obviously the Crip side,
Inside of us, there are two wolves. One's a crib. One's a blood.
I saw something recently. Oh, it was a battle rap guy. No, it was something and he was talking about. He was battling a Crip, and he was talking about how much because if you ever see Crips on social media, they don't type or Bloods. No, Crips don't type K's. They only type C's.
Okay.
So like, what the fuck becomes what the FUCC? They only type C's. They never do K's. And this guy was battling him, and he started talking about how obnoxious that must be. And he was like, "What?" He was. I can't remember the lines, but he was like, "You should quit rapping and just work on a Crip auto text app that would automatically replace all K's with C's." And then he's like, the punchline of it was, and then you call it decrypted.
Wow, that's awesome.
Anyway, first time ever sending an email or whatever, but I figured I would share something that happened a few months back. First off, I appreciate you guys so much. All of you and any guest who comes on are always a pleasure to listen to. I started listening to you guys at a low point in my life, and because of certain circumstances, this podcast was in a way my only friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powerful. Hey, dude, listen, you sent your wife's voice in. Just making sure you know that.
Working 40 plus hours, graduate school, internships, and a toxic girlfriend drained my life.
Oh wow. I know all that.
But you guys were one of the few things that helped me get through. Anyways, the story. This was a dream I had last May, and it involves Bobby, Joe, and Chris.
Yo.
My God.
I'm gonna wear that one out.
Yeah, you are.
So to speak.
That's what she said.
Dude, Phil is going nuts on the thirst. We had I have a new nickname for him because I went on Twitter to see. Phil, you are really shooting your shot. I'm not mad at you, but I got a new name for you, Phil. The Thought Provoker.
Dude, sometimes I put my junk under my shorts. That's the crazy part.
Oh, I pulled like if I have a basketball shorts, I pulled all the way, but the leg all the way up.
Yeah.
I saw
no.
I saw
You fucking nuts.
not in public. Not in public. Hey, but I saw
walked in and saw your big ass with a leg up. I was gonna laugh my way out of the fucking bathroom.
Yo.
So I have like a very restless leg, so like I kind of get up and stretch it.
I got this. I got the same shit, and he's not talking about his dick.
You got restless leg syndrome.
Hey, that walk to here, man. You know, come on, come on, man. You know, I can't come out perfect
Through the desert.
Yeah, you know, couldn't come out perfect.
I heard you weren't doing too much walking on that track, but that's okay.
Certain parts,
Yeah.
certain parts.
Horse with no name.
It's just like when we watch any of these HBO shows now, where it's just dick left and right. I'm like, huh.
Yeah, he's like, did you notice there were a lot
Like,
of
look
dicks
at all
in that
these.
show?
I'm like,
I'm
look at all
like,
these dicks.
I can't believe they're CGI-ing the dicks.
Are they CGIing them?
I'm 90% sure.
I'm 90%.
what?
I'm
not gonna lie.
90% hoping.
Hold on, I looked one up because I was like, nah. The way it was flopping, I was like, that's not even like
The way it was
gravity.
flopping.
Gravity doesn't fucking. Hold on. I know dick flop, all right? And that's no natural dick flop.
Let's have an honest conversation.
right,
Has
let's
there ever been a dick in a movie that you've Googled to see if it was real? You know, I love gangster movies. I don't know if I've ever been impacted by a gangster movie the same way I was impacted by Goodfellas the first time I saw that, where I was like, holy shit. Like, this has changed my view of it forever.
Kind of like Joe's Casino.
It is much like Joe's. Dude, let's have a moment of silence.
Since I'm sitting here.
Let's have a moment of silence for Joe's favorite film.
All right, Pete.
Casino's fucking awesome. Is that Joe's favorite film?
Joe loves Casino.
It's a great movie.
He loves
It is a great movie.
Casino
He
too.
He loves
Make sure you
know I love
mention
it.
I know.
You know I love
You
it.
should tell him the next time he comes over. You should tell him how much you love it.
I love it.
I know. I love it too.
When's the last time we watched it?
We should watch it. We should watch it with Joe.
We should watch
Because Joe loves it. It's his
He
favorite
loves
movie.
it. He
Yeah.
loves it.
The only way I want to watch that movie is if we can all dress up period correct.
I'm down.
That would
I'm
be
down.
That should be the
so
next
fun.
Don't
Bobby
threaten
suit.
me with a good
stripes
time.
in the car and shit.
I already got a Scarface suit.
Sequins.
But it made me feel a little bit better because the person who married them, who you I don't think you've been here when he's been here, but you have. He came as George Washington and lady. Yep. So Shipley's this dude's name, and he had to say, he was like, by the power invested in me by lightofthechurch.com, you like, because like it's like part of like the legal requirements and
to say where you got your thing
to say
from.
where you got it from, to say because it's part of the ceremony to say like what has given you the authority to give the marriage. And normally you could just leave it out, but in the cell phone era where all of that shit's going to get recorded and posted, if it comes up, he could have his certificate taken away. So he had to say it anyway. You know what I mean? So like he had to say it anyway. In many ways, maybe I softened them up for it. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't that much of a surprise.
Right. That's what I'm going.
You had to say with a .com though.
I know. That's what I said.
Really? Is the
That's
.com
what-
is in
he
there?
said. He said they give you a specific thing of how to. Of how and
It's
what
like
to say.
promo, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, link is in the bio. He had to say that at the end.
Link in bio.
Anyway,
Watch The Tick. With
like the old show.
no a movie with Idris Elba and Apollo from fucking Eternals. It's okay. It's a standard heist-ish movie. Like the
So it's not like the Tick.
no, not The Tick.
Oh,
The Take.
Oh, in my mind, I was like, Idris Elba was the Tick.
I would watch that.
I don't know, man.
I would watch
He's a
that.
talented guy, but I don't know.
I could see him in a Tick suit, bro. I would watch Idris Elba as the Tick. Would you not watch Idris Elba as a Tick?
I don't know. David Putty from.
I got to see some trailers.
Hopefully it's not on Netflix.
I can picture it in my head right now. He's got a sense of humor. Like, he does comedy well.
Should I tell her I have a good senses of humor?
for my standards, my standards, when I'm going to the movie just to enjoy myself, I usually do.
Yeah.
And if I say it's not good, I'm surprised you're going to watch it.
Well, it's like there's a certain that shit ain't moving on you, is it?
He just stopped and stared at his Arizona iced tea can.
I was just
That was wild.
For the listeners, he picked up this Arizona iced tea can and then just got lost in that bitch for a second. I was just making sure it wasn't moving on him.
Yeah, he looked down and he just stopped. His whole body just
for some
stopped.
reason the ingredients caught my eye because it's a premium brewed blend of green teas using filtered water. I'm like, that's a long ass fucking.
that is more interesting than steak ice.
Yeah.
So there's this game that they have. It's a board game, and I quite enjoy it. It's got a little bit of strategy to it, but it's definitely like a kid's game. It's called Ticket to Ride, and like you get a certain amount of color coordinated cards, CCCs, if you will, and and they and you have a map, and you're trying to get these trains. You get these tickets, and you're trying to get from Winnipeg to Minnesota or whatever. But when you lay the trains down, you occupy a space, and now somebody can't use that space. Now, some routes have multiple tracks and whatever, but sometimes you could just put down a train that you have no interest in getting to that destination, but you just know it's going to fuck up what they're working on, so you can just occupy that space, and now you fuck their game up, right? So there's a little bit of strategy to it. We've been playing it all. But it's like Selena can play it, Jaina can play it, I can play it, Laura can obviously play it, but the baby's not quite ready for it, right? So she's on a team with Laura, and she has all these, she's in charge of the train pieces, like the little plastic train pieces, but she's fucking them off 100%. So like she's making her little games with them. She's got some under the pillow over here, some are sitting under the couch, some are like, all this shit. And we keep telling her throughout the whole game, right? We're like, you can't have them all over the place. Pile them into a pile. Pile them into a pile. She's like, okay. And then she'll just fuck them all off again. We're like, you can't have them all over the place. So at the very end, Laura's one train short.
Oh, no.
And she's like, where's the train? Leia, where's the train? And Leia looks to her left real quick, looks to her right real quick, and then goes, somebody stole it.
She's such a character, man.
There is a person that has transitioned from male to female, and she is coming to my house soon. And she hit me up and asked if it was still cool that she came, based on her transition, based on my children, based on all these things. And my answer to that to her was, absolutely. As long as you are okay with still, I have not transitioned. Basically, do you know what I mean?
Or changed or grown up at all. Hey, I love you, Bobby, but let's not
Dang
mince
it,
words.
Bobby.
And he referenced Flight of Dragons and said how much he loved it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Too bad he's not involved in the fucking Cystic Legions community. That could have been a sign.
Man, never know. Never know.
My fingers are crossed. And I think that they could, like, I don't know, tell your people to get in touch with me. I think that they would go for both crowds. They'd get all their normal crowd. They'd get all your normal crowd, and then they could also get me.
That's right. That's the
They're
important
silly
part.
looking. They're not like cool dragons.
Cool is subjective. What if I put sunglasses on them?
That's all you need.
Yes, Bobby's go-to move.
That's all you need.
One of the questions on there was for me to give my story, my truth, Joe. In many ways, I'm living my truth.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm living my truth, dude. Let me
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
You never want to let me live my truth. About why Adam left Nerd Rage.
I thought you've covered this extensively.
Yes.
More or less.
So I had to talk about it, right? But I had to talk about it in a way where it wasn't, because I've done it on Wine and Cheese on Patreon to a therapeutic level.
Yes.
Like I took the whole 5 grams, but in terms of like in the public, I've kind of it's been little cheeky tongue and, stuff. So I had to kind of walk down it, and I had to kind of walk down it in a very balanced and fair way. Because I
like Fox News.
Yes. So, because like it's I have to answer the question. I have my perspective, but I also want to try to. I don't like because I don't view the dude as a monster, so I don't want to paint him as a monster, right?
I mean, I still hang out with him.
Yeah, you know, which is fine. We were friends first, but you do what you want to do, Joe. I edited a lot of pictures of you today.
Why?
During the Nerd Rage conversation. I'm going to tell you this, Joe.
Wait, what?
That I just did for the Sit Down Saturday. Were you listening? I feel like you're not listening.
But why?
You didn't say the subject matter.
Is there a wall? There's a wall.
I didn't, because you didn't mention me in there. Why would I even be in there?
Let's tear down the wall between us, Joe.
The Great Wall?
Hey, those are your words.
No, I didn't either. I thought it as well, but and I was trying to figure out how to weave it into the conversation. But we've already got someone here to fill in the blanks tonight.
Multiple layers. Fucking Friday night, motherfuckers.
Laying it down like a mason.
Yeah, I forget that I'm part of that whole place.
Correct.
Yeah. So I it's probably a 9 out of 10 for
What's
me.
the name of it again, Phil?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Is everything one word or 2 words?
It's one word.
I'm pretty sure
Everything is one word. Everywhere is one word. All at once.
That's a long ass 5 words.
That's why I said.
It is.
That's why I said.
You said EEOC or
EAO.
what's the one like workplace protection?
What is that?
OSHA.
OSHA. Occupational safety and
This
health.
motherfucker's watching ladder safety videos talking about it's the Matrix or something. What the fuck, Phil?
I'll tell you what, he's a little stingy with his popcorn.
Bullshit. We'll get into that in the Doctor Strange conversation. You guys want to talk about that? We'll get into that, Doctor
I
Strange.
had to fight. I
This
reached over to get a little bit of popcorn out of his bag.
Little bit. This dude is crawling.
Oh my God.
This dude is crawling across my chest when he could just lean over and say, "Hey, can I have some popcorn?" First of all, when I walk over to the table before I ever go into the movie, I'm waiting for my other food because I haven't eaten all day. I got a popcorn and soda because that's what they could give me easily.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for my little mini pizza thing. And I go over to the table with them, and Bobby's like, "Oh, Phil brought everybody popcorn. And it's a regular popcorn. It's a regular popcorn. It's not like giant size or anything. I'm not.
No, it was
I'm overweight,
mad-ass
but I'm not
regular.
that big.
She was like a cup.
And,
What the fuck, Phil?
It was like I put my hand over into the bag of popcorn. I had to fight through his
It
fingers.
was like this for 45 minutes. on that fucking movie.
So wait, that
was a separate.
That was a separate thing.
We'll get to that.
They might have been
I'll
doing
tell-
it on purpose at one point.
So that was
He was doing it on purpose.
Mr. Wine in the theater.
So by that point, I put my hand in the bag and I just started being obnoxious, like digging
There
my
was
hand,
almost
like, to
nothing
make
left.
a ton of noise around.
You know,
it.
I kept hearing. I was about to get up and say something. Whoever the loudmouth
Dude.
was.
I could not. I couldn't stop laughing.
So I had to fight through his fingers. Like he like locked up around the popcorn, and I was like, come on, like, and now not for nothing. He came here tonight. He was like, first thing he came, Phil, would you like one of our tacos that we make tonight that we spend our hard-earned money on? He's like, oh, I'm really hungry. Okay, Phil, well, of course, have a taco. But I just put my little modest, humble fingers.
Big sausage fingers. To be fair,
Don't ever say your fingers are modest or humble. You know where those things. You know those dip beaters have
Humble
been.
about those oven mitts of yours.
I dipped him into that bag, and his fingers locked up like a virgin on prom night, like trying to prevent me from.
I'm like watching the movie, and then I feel this thing crawling across my chest. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh, you didn't even like, hey, let me get some popcorn. You
No.
just went-
I reach over and I feel like I'm this parent bringing the 6-year-old kid to the movies for the first time. It's Bobby. Not Howard Stern as far as raunchy comedy,
Oh, I
but he
was gonna
became
say the
nationally known, nationally beloved by all the way up through the Royals.
Oh, okay.
They would get him to. He became a knight.
A radio personality.
Yeah, he got
served.
a media personality.
He's like,
Okay, good.
he's like
Got
Bobby, just a bigger version of you.
Damn, you see how he tried.
That's all he said when he tried to get that popcorn, though.
One step up, 2 steps down. You know what I mean?
Hey man, I got to get my digs in somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta get your what in?
Yo,
There was a G on the end of that word.
Digs.
I didn't.
You know,
Questionable.
But did you go to UMBC?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went there for a year.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
the arena stadium they have there,
It wasn't a good look for me, Joe.
No.
You know what I mean?
that's the exact place where I went to
Yeah.
see.
So I mean,
Prerequisite
honestly,
Showdown.
it's like
The Labradors.
Yes, the Labrador.
Yep.
We talked about that because Kelly was like, "Is that like a Labrador Retriever?"
So you know what they say. You know what they say it stands for, right?
I'm afraid to ask.
Do you know UMBC? Do you know?
No, fuck no.
So if you ever go to the UMBC campus, I will tell you that I am the minority. Mm-hmm. So are you, Phil, and so are you, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Joe, however, you'd fit right in.
But instead of NBC, I went to Howard.
Okay.
Where I was the minority.
That's fucking hysterical.
Okay. I noticed what you're saying.
And
There was a lot of Asian people leaving while we were coming in. I'm like,
those are all the students.
what is happening?
So the joke is you must be Chinese is what it stands for.
Yes.
And then
my God. That doesn't make sense then.
So while I was there, they changed it. Like the faculty, like they made a statement, like we don't want to hear that anymore. And so this is the funniest shit ever. So the fucking faculty is like, we understand there's a phrase going around that represents what the school acronym stands for. We would ask you not to use that. We'd ask you to use what the school actually stands for, University of Maryland, Baltimore County. However, if you must say something derogative about the school that you're paying to go to, that's how it's all written, right? We'd prefer you say, you must be crazy.
actually wrote that?
Yeah.
On University letterhead.
Yep.
That's
amazing.
I don't even know that. Anyways.
Normalize standing to wipe.
Yes. I can get by.
From James M.
Just think about it. It can't last, man. It's
gonna
not sustainable. You're gonna get to a certain age where you're not gonna be able to do that.
I'm gonna get some Livestrong bands made.
Oh, Stand strong.
Stand strong.
Stand
Oh
strong.
my God.
Well done, Phil. Actually, Phil, for that, I'm going to give you one.
Yeah, baby.
So, I said, look, I don't walk into Walmart looking for cheeseburgers. And then before I knew it, Joe, these two gentlemen that were about the size of this house picked me up by my armpits and put me out of the bar. And luckily they didn't throw me on the ground where I had to make threats that I couldn't uphold. But they sat me on the ground and I was like, all right. And then I yelled. I was like, I was just kidding.
I'm gonna say this was 2001. Mm-hmm. It's myself, my brother, and my brother-in-law at the time. Mm-hmm.
That sounds Tennessee already.
It is.
Well, any of those states, really.
I know.
At the time.
At the time in Alabama.
Are teachers today way hotter than they were in our day, though? I feel like
I think so.
Okay.
I think I had like two
Continue.
attractive teachers.
It's good. It's CrossFit, isn't it?
It probably is.
Might be.
All right, continue.
So
funny story about Nerd Rage. Chris and I often bump feet and we don't talk about it.
Playing footsies under the table.
It's a fact, right?
We're gonna interlock toes one day.
Ooh, that's the title right there. Interlocking toes.
Oh, the title's already been chosen.
That's the OnlyFans. That's the first video. Hey, shout out to Jeremy B's grandmother-in-law and her friends. If you're still listening.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, somebody show him
I wonder what his grandma thinks about my thoughts.
Maybe, I don't know.
My thoughts. Didn't Phil get a good joke yesterday too?
I think he got one on us. Yeah.
Remember we were all like, Phil, good joke.
Oh, it was right before the movie. It's during the movie.
Yeah, you had a good one.
Damn, I don't remember what it was.
We should have wrote it down, Phil.
All right.
Had my lungs x-rayed and all that.
The lungs x-rayed.
Nice. Oh boy.
Yeah, lungs, beautiful.
Now, the vape help clear it up.
That's what
It's like steam cleaning. No? Is that bad health advice?
Stanley Steamer keeps your lungs clear.
So yeah.
Mayans, I've been watching that. The Sons of Anarchy spinoff.
Oh yeah.
CM Punk, the wrestler, has actually been on there. He plays this like PTSD kind of fucked up dude. So interesting story. Yeah, and it's weird because like he's like super straight edge, like that's his whole wrestling gimmick. It has been, and he's like drinking in the episode. I'm like, oh, okay, good for you, Phil.
Was the PTSD brought on by the MMA experience?
No,
yeah?
it was from the pipe bomb promo.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Nothing. It's a joke. Nobody.
Wrestling joke.
Yeah, it's a wrestling joke. He cut this promo where he like sat on the stage and just ripped literally everybody. It was a work thing, but it came off like, why are they still letting his? They finally did cut his mic off, but that's called the pipe bomb promo.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to be clever. Too many layers here.
Cut that.
Too
That was
many
a great
layers.
joke.
So look, I don't mean any disrespect, but like I think that the closest thing that females have to a 16-year-old boy is a 70-plus-year-old woman. That's like when they get in their bag.
I know you're tired of being lonely.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
So baby girl, put it on me.
And this is no disrespect to anybody's grandma, but I would take one out for a spin just to see
Oh
what.
my
Just,
God.
I'm telling you.
I mean, I guess eventually you will.
Because no. Now
Change that M to a G, and you can gilf all day.
Because I want to see. I want to GGILF.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because she's a great grandma, and they call her GG for short.
Make sure she got a medic alert bracelet if you break her hip, Bobby.
But they're
what is happening?
So they take this frog, they tie it up like it's going to be quartered. They tie it up with grass rope. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's like
little rope,
dude. It's crazy. It's just, and he's just like this. And
So they put a little blindfold on it as well.
Did they offer him a cigarette, Bobby?
They tickle it. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not bullshitting you. Yeah, look. My man said feather. They tickle it like on his ribs, like coochie coochie coo tickle, and it starts secreting this venom. So
But there's also the cigarettes and bacon guy that lives to be 105.
Right, that's true too. But he like just having him grab these snakes and like fuck with them and like make them. I'm like, fuck you, fuck you. I hate how fucking dumb you are. You know what I mean? Like
that's not coming from you.
Yeah, like I fucking hate you.
So who's braver or crazier, Bobby? The snake wranglers or the alligator wranglers?
Imagine you had to ruin the lives of people in the room with you right now as you're recording. Nothing seriously sinister or evil, but some personal hell catered just for them. What would you come up with based on how well you know them?
No, I think the worst one for me, because you guys, I don't know how well, obviously you know me, but would be a bowl of just like onions and gherkins or something, because I can't stand onion.
Wait, gherkin like a pickle?
Yeah.
And you see people's fingers getting hurt all the time.
Yeah.
All regular footballs become American footballs.
That's right. That's you. That's you.
All the actors in your favorite anime films become Scarlett Johansson.
Oh God! No.
That's great.
But then you got aroused, and then the other.
Dude, that's a hell. I'll kill myself at that
that's
point.
great.
Shit.
That is great. Walked around there, went to Soundgarden. I hadn't been there in forever. It's like a famous record shop.
Did you feel like you might have been outshined while you were there?
Yeah. Well, like it was a Black Hole Sun kind of weekend.
Yeah. Well, just be careful when you're leaving because there's that rusty cage you can get.
That's true. And the only good thing about the Black Hole Sun is I didn't want to be outshined while I was there. So
as long as you didn't leave feeling hungry, you're fine.
Yeah.
I know you don't mind stealing bread. So.
I steal bread, but I also steal. Joe had a whole bunch of spoons stolen. He's now the spoon man. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Like all three people understood all those references.
and I think that's as far as I can go.
Me
with
too.
it.
Every now and then we do this.
Yes, I love it. I fucking love it.
We did it with the Constructicons last week.
We
and
did
that
it
was
with
great.
last one we did was Aquaman.
We did it with Gwen Stefani once.
Yes.
Somehow
They were like, look, what is it going to take for you to get back into doing this role again, Ian? I'm going to need 30,000 disciples in a building. And I want to zap a boy into a hole.
What about the light? Do you want the lights to be? Do you want the lights to be on and off randomly during this time? Just flashing like lightning for no reason.
Millions of spaceships.
Where do they come from?
they're leftover pieces of the Death Star.
Oh. Okay, cool. I mean, somehow you built an...
Take it or leave it.
Fine. JJ, come here. Yeah.
Baby Yoda's related to Yoda.
We don't know that.
But you know...
That's racist.
I mean...
Oh, let me guess. He's sleeping with Yaddle, too, isn't he?
That's right.
Like what do they call it? Like a magician, it's like a duck and dive, but it's not duck and dive. It's like a... You know the phrase I'm talking about? It's like a...
bait and switch.
A bait and switch. A bait and switch.
The bait and switch is it?
Duck and dive.
If it hadn't, I watched about an hour of duck dodge, dip dodge, and I watched about an hour of that last night.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, that was on. I watched about an hour of it just randomly.
But it's not a bait and switch. It's like a totally reshot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's so fucking good. And
I
just
love
laughing out loud. The comedy's it's just so punchy and well written.
I love that Thanksgiving song that she does. Like I always love it. The turkey and stuffing and as it turns out, I also love that other one. The yams, potatoes.
I know you love that one.
I'm just a sucker for Thanksgiving theme music.
They have to drop a missile in a vent, Bobby.
Do they really?
And there's a special path they have to take to get there, Bobby.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
And then they have to get out before they get shot, Bobby.
And drone can still do that.
There's surface to air missiles. If they get too high, Bobby,
Really?
that'll shoot them. And they stay below the radar. The other fighters can't see.
Does a larger plane with a guy and his dog end up saving the day so that they can
No, but
His little dog with a little gas mask in the back seat.
yeah.
it's like a Boston Terrier, so it fits properly.
What sounds does the octopus make? You hate mouth noises.
I think they just...
Wait, listen.
Sounds like so. I should
You're
probably
just yelling on the fucking
I should
speakers
just
right now.
record Butters eating. This is Nerd Rage ASMR.
People hate that shit.
It's obnoxious. And it's like I think for me it's even more confusing because like my parents, one was from the Great Generation and one was a baby boomer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like it was a very confusing like what an adult should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like one was super stern, pretty much all business. Like it was about being successful and getting your fucking life together.
Yep.
And the other one was about kind of getting fucked up and you know like and then beating me.
Oh, Bobby.
That's funny. I don't know why that's funny, but
You're going to get another hug out of this one.
That's okay. I'm not taking them. I'm sorry. I'm doing it just for hugs. Transformers, originally from Japan, Joe, you might have heard. But more interestingly, there is a Chinese dub of G1.
That might be what I watched growing up.
And this is a Soundwave talking, it's pretty fantastic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. All right, here we go. Here we go.
镭射密探，请隐蔽飞行，飞行目标到，探听内容，行动计划。镭射密探有其他动静。
So they try to keep the same cadence,
Yeah.
which is very up and down.
Except I'm pretty sure that Soundwave summoned Satan somehow.
Yes. But no, that's the Mandarin. That wasn't what I was raised on. I was raised with Cantonese.
And that wow effect is wild.
It sounded like he was singing some kind of opera or satanic ritual. Yes. Eyes wide shut.
Why don't you sample that? Sample that.
There's this really dramatic bit of like all of his armor getting put on, and it's like kind of harkens back to Empire with like stuff coming down. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of that, and it's like the armor and the clamps and the prosthetics getting attached and all this. You know what they don't show, Joe? Him getting his little pants on. because that would be silly.
The cod piece.
But they
The
were
cod
showing
piece.
so much of it that I was like, man, that's funny to think about. Like these drawers, like,
Yeah. Tidying up your britches.
and it's probably real tight around the metal parts of the legs that get hung up on stuff. And
Oh,
shit.
it's a nightmare. It's a complete.
You're going to tear the atmospheric suit.
I have the cologne.
Do you
I always say it's. I think it's Sauvage, but it looks like sausage because they use
Savage.
I don't know. I just call it sausage because it's
Is
funny.
it the yellow mall?
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Savage.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
I hated it. I hate it.
And then the fact is oppress.
Yes. Savage. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, what is he? What
And
is
I
he?
enjoyed his character and his arc too.
What is he, on the nose and Irish?
Oh boy.
You know, that
would
would work for me.
Pull the heartstrings, dude.
If Qui-Gon came and told him how to do it.
Hey, Anakin, you remember when I was talking to that dude through that lady's razor back in the day? I was talking about the midichlorians. We're bringing that back. That's
like-
back now.
He's like, but Master, you told me to train the child. Yeah, my B.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I probably shouldn't have said all that shit.
Look,
you know, I should have
own
just
sauce.
died. You know,
Look, I think I understood the Jedi better than most, but I got that one wrong. I'm gonna be honest, I got that one wrong.
yeah.
This one doesn't have the same gravitas for me, ironically, you know, because it's these two characters that kind of.
It's because they talked around the issue.
They're like, it's like Vader, Obi-Wan. You were my brother, and you were mine.
But then you burnt me, so I'm gonna burn you.
It's been long. It's been a long time. It's been very long.
So looks like we got some pretty good weather the next couple days.
Partly cloudy.
Yeah. Talk to Padme late. Oh, sorry. Soft white underbelly. That guy. He went back to the Whitakers in West Virginia. This was like, I think it was about a month within the
I think I've
last
seen
month.
it.
So they like one of the one they ran into at Walmart that's somehow related, a cousin brother. He's got a $10,000 building next door, but he ran out of money, so it's not finished on the inside. Have you seen this?
Yeah,
And they bought a truck
They got some
and-
siding up.
Yeah,
and,
they spent- but- and then the one- there's
one dude
one-
just pisses and
Yep, the one that doesn't talk. Ray, that's Ray. So yep, he kind of barks.
Oh my god!
So the guy who was sitting on the steps in this,
he's what I
one-
like to call a cocker manual.
yeah.
God damn it.
So
Right. But I'm with y'all with the bakery has to be on the left for me because all right, so we go to Wegmans, right?
Dude,
Flash.
that's
So,
something.
So I made a
Let's make noise so your wife making a lot of money. Goddamn.
Well, yeah, we're doing okay. Shout out to you, baby. If you hear this, I love you. So that's,
making a
that's the
sandwich?
same thing I get at home. That's the same thing.
Okay, perfect.
all right.
And
So
they
they
run
could-
off too, just like that too.
They couldn't figure out with the color of rainbow, and like it's like the easiest thing in the world, right? It's like all of them. No wonder she's in summer school.
It's your kid, bro. It's partially you.
I told you we play this game on Dummies where during the collection critiques where like we try to trick each other into thinking that we're offering some sort of helpful advice, but it just ends up with us saying to destroy your entire collection.
Yes.
I always cut it out of the episodes.
Yeah.
It's only on the uncut, but like the goal is to like make it seem so real until the punchline hits, right? So you'll be like,
Gaslight the fuck out of
yeah, you'll be like, look, it's a mess. It's a mess. What you got to do, the furniture, for one, has paint marks on it. So take all the figures, right? Take them off the shelves. As you take them off the shelves, dust them. Use this time to like clean them up. Pose them, put them on the bed. Then get to your actual furniture and get some lacquer thinner. Get some lacquer thinner and take some of that paint off of your furniture that you've got splattered on here for whatever reason. Take a little bit off. And then after you've taken a little bit off, just pour the lacquer thinner on the rest of it and then set that on fire. And then if you set that on, then you throw all your toys onto the fire. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the whole goal is to like catch you. You know, like,
Be really into it. Like, yeah, okay. Like, look, take these notes down real quick.
But like, I have that fucking imaginary ox. It's not an imaginary ox.
We all had
It's not
those.
even. It's
I
not
had
even.
one too. So you're not alone. No, it's okay. It's okay. I used to have one too, bro. Yeah, we all had an imaginary ox. Got him.
That's probably going to be the title.
No, don't go to your phone now. We good.
I think I'm going to make a note that that's probably going to be the title.
I got a buddy of mine. We grew up. You know what I'm saying? And now that he's in a better place, and I love him for that.
He didn't die, did he?
No. What I'm saying is, hey, Bobby got it again, man. Hey, look. What I'm saying is,
But they're all like church vans,
like a 15 passenger
that have been like customized.
Nice.
Like where the windows are is like it's cut off, and then there's like poles in them that like hold a canopy over.
a canopy over. So the brains are blown out, as they say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's the JFK ride.
Tomato.
I think I can.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It was a mob hit, so it's fine.
Anyway, whenever they came past, I would say to Laura, "Was once a van."
Oh man, that's good. That's good.
I was in the middle of a sip right there.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, hi there. My name is Jane, and am I speaking with Ladante?
No.
Hello?
Hello?
All right. Okay. So, Ladante, I'll just be quick here, okay?
What?
Well, the reason why I'm calling is we can potentially get you up to 90% cash out on your mortgage. And
I told you to stop calling my mama all the time. Who's that on that goddamn phone? Is that my mama on the phone?
It's always entertaining.
Here's my new favorite thing. Okay, you're driving down a city street, right, or a residential area, and there's someone out on the street walking or shopping or tussling about.
Yeah.
And as you're driving down the street, you just slow down and roll down the window of the passenger side to try to get them two to look at each other. And then the person walking thinks that the person in the car has something to say, but the person in the car doesn't have anything to say. They don't know why they've stopped. Why I've stopped next to the person walking, and then they just sort of have to figure it out. And most of my friends have just said, "Good morning."
You're a lunatic.
It's
dude.
so great. I just need it to matter.
I like that they gave the Inquisitor with like the Raiden hat and made him an Asian guy. That's pretty cool.
That's the guy from Fast and Furious.
Is he? It's like, oh, Asian guy with the Asian hat, Inquisitor.
I call it a new twist on an old classic. Yeah, trench coats are always cool. When is not a trench?
I don't know.
I don't even fuck with the Matrix.
When they murdered everybody, was it the trench coat mafia?
Oh, yeah, I guess that was
when were they not cool?
All right, fair enough. But I mean,
if I see a motherfucker wearing a trench coat in the theaters now,
so look, all right, so that was a terrible thoughts and prayers and to all the families involved.
Yeah.
But if it was Black Sweater Mafia, is that as cool?
Hold on. As cool? Did you ask that right?
Does it sound as cool?
Oh yeah, Black Sweater Mafia sounds
not
way
as cool.
less cool than
Black Trench Coat Mafia. Like there's something about a trench coat that even in the I don't want to talk about that.
I got you.
Slippery slope there.
You want to be a part of the Newsies, or you want to be a part of the Trench Coat Mafia?
The Trench Coat Mafia.
Yeah, definitely. That's way more intimidating. Now I've learned from that relationship that you need, or I need, I don't want to say what anybody else needs, but I need my things to be mine. And then you should have some things that are yours. Guys should be able to have guy nights. Yeah. Girls should be able to have girl nights. And
we're not doing that.
You don't want to lose your, because if you start, I think if you start doing everything together and have the same interest and become the same person, you've lost yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what scares
like
me.
if I was on one of them apps and it was like, oh, I'm really into collecting toys, I swiped that shit left so hard that shit would end up on your phone.
That's so.
My middle daughter, Selena, thinks there's like going to be this thing of sweets, this tray of sweets, right? She opens up the tray, and inside of the tray is an assortment of crackers to use with like cheeses and meats and that kind of thing.
Not a bunch of white people.
So it's funny you say that. So she says, just a bunch of crackers.
With a hard R.
So Jaina was like, my oldest was like, don't say that. And she was like, why? She was like, it's like the bad word to say for white people. And Selena was like, what?
No way.
Crackers? So Selena like went on her first rant that I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to write down so many of them as possible. One was, well, compared to the N-word, crackers is not so bad.
True.
That's facts. We all agreed. She said, why is it so bad that we're delicious?
Oh, nah.
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. And she said, it doesn't seem fair that some people have awful words named after them, but we're just perfect white crackers. And just so the listeners understand, she's talking about like the butter crackers because that's her favorite. Like they're like a white cracker. So she's like, oh God.
Is it the one with the blue and white stripes on it?
Comes in a green box. Peaky Blinders.
What is that? What is that about?
It's a gangster.
Sounds like Tyler F.
I tried to watch it.
It's about some British.
Go ahead, Jess. You watch it. I don't.
It's about some British gangsters in the 1920s, which I know you don't like the setting of the 1920s
immediately.
But it's not like it's all worth it, man. It's not stuffy like that.
All that shit, boing, boing, boing.
It's worth it, man. It's dope.
There's I've noticed something's different about you. Your genes are mutated. And then you hear in the background, and then it ends.
You hear,
oh God. Yeah, it's pretty.
Do you really hear that? You hear the sound?
Yep.
And then you hear morph.
And then you hear, it's Marvin time.
Dude, I forgot all about
that. That's the only thing I remember in the cartoon. That's the only thing I remember in the cartoon is Wolverine being all sad that dude died.
And he does it, morph.
He's a morph.
So true.
But what did Joe think about Shang-Chi?
He loved it.
I don't get that because I'm sure Joe has had lots of experience with like Hong Kong Kung Fu movies.
Right.
This was taking the most generic template of like a Hong Kong Kung Fu movie with the most generic fighting possible. Like with a Kung Fu movie, like you are looking at the style.
What type of
fighting?
What type of Kung Fu movie?
Hong Kong Kung Fu movie.
Oh, but you ever go?
Say
You
that
ever,
10 times.
you always check out a Hong Kong one, or you just always get a Hong Kong? What is
like
that
Bollywood.
about?
It's like Bollywood.
Stay Antonio Banderas.
Movies, the Hong Kong Kung Fu movies.
So much sauce.
Hong Kong Kung Fu. But no, seriously, that Hong Kong Kung Fu.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, Robert, I did have
it fit in.
I did have a question for you now that you're back.
Yes.
I'm going to describe a character, and then you try to say it, or guess it.
Thor.
All right.
Thor 4.
No. Okay. So I'm just going to describe things about it, and then as soon as you picture it in your mind, then you say it. Okay.
Hong Kong Kung Fu.
A gorilla that's larger than usual, and he lives on an island.
King Kong.
King what?
King Kong.
How come King Kong gets the Kong treatment, but Hong Kong doesn't?
King Kong does a Hong Kong Kung Fu movie.
Hong Kong.
Dude, Hong Kong King Kong. Hong Kong King Kong. like the fucking mythic world where they went to with the Chinese unicorns. And
I
the
thought that
Chinese
was cool.
Lions. Of course you did, dude. You eat pizza in Maryland.
We make pizza.
The only
Maryland.
thing that
It
they
makes it
didn't
worse.
just generically copy from like Chinese mythology was those.
We sit and complain about Netflix and complain
No,
about
you-
Netflix.
I
No,
don't think-
you do too.
When do I?
You complain about the increasing of price. You've complained about and all of these things. And
all these things. It's just one thing.
no,
just one thing.
no.
Sounds like a long
I would like to know what all these other.
No, you've also complained about us not being able to find stuff to watch on there. We were just scrolling and scrolling. I'd be like, look at these things, and I'll even show you like these things. I'll even show you
Look
like
at all these things.
He doesn't have shit to say.
no, that's not true.
No,
I'll
because
even,
I
I'll
have
even show
said
you like
whether
look,
we're watching it or
look,
not.
I'll show you like look what they recommended to us.
Yeah. Oh,
Because if you like
in case of an emergency,
In
but
case
the problem is he totes that, or he toted.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had one for a couple, like probably
Touted.
3 or 4
She
years
meant
ago.
touted.
Sorry. That like if there was a
Hong Kong,
whatever, what is it when they?
fucking idiot.
Oh, what is it when they? What is the thing where they wipe out all the communication or whatever? Oh, my first pet's name was Max. It was a mutt.
Mine was a nasty calico named Bubblegum, or a parakeet named Mickey.
Mine was a hamster named Corey.
Of course it was.
Rectal Avenger.
Side dish: mashed potatoes and gravy or mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Hollywood makes a movie on your life. Who plays you? Bill Burr.
Juliette Lewis.
Robert.
John Candy.
Danny DeVito.
Most underwhelming purchase of 2022.
Patreon.
Oh, come on. What's your number one? Anybody can jump in anytime. What's your number one insecurity?
Shit.
I don't know, man. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, people don't even like thinking about that shit.
I be worried about my smell sometimes.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Oh, you know what?
Because
you're like, he does stink.
Well, no, because like.
But I got that weird. I got that like floppy fat, like where it's like it's not like I know guys like that had the hard fat. Like I feel like you kind of got the hard fat a little bit, so there's no, you know,
No,
so to speak.
that's cool. Yeah,
And
yeah.
that shit can look like this is what it is. I came here to eat, drink, and fuck people up. What's up? You know, I got that lazy ass fat where it's like, I gotta feel, I gotta tell people I work for a living. Like, you know what I mean? my belly looks like the fucking cat mouth at the.
Oh God!
You know what I'm saying?
Sad but true.
That's as close as they've ever gotten to showing the Odin Force.
Yeah,
because they don't talk about it in the films at all.
Yeah,
Phil, nobody knows what the fuck that is, bro.
Come on, somebody else here.
Everybody's saying, "Oh yeah," but nobody knows. I'm be honest with you. I'm just that
power.
guy.
It's power, right?
I mean, it's
up top for its power.
It's supposed to be like one of the Force equivalents in Marvel to Phoenix Force and Enigma Force.
Okay.
And you're like, well, what? He just treats you like a piece of shit. Like, and he's like, yeah, but you always know where you stand with it. Like that's me. Like I have to let you know.
Yeah,
I have to.
Well,
like,
how the hell are they going to fix it if you don't tell them?
That's right.
But I can't. But when I watched that the first time, I was like, "This is it, huh? This is the climax." It's like there's a Riddler and there's a Catwoman and then the fucking water's drowning the city and everything's at stake and it's just you're gonna fight these 7 guys. Huh?
Yeah,
that's the end.
Yeah,
we fight 7 guys and kind of move on with our day.
Because if you think about it, 7 guys is a lot.
I know.
You fucked up 7 guys.
Not for a fucking $100 million film.
I get it, but like if I beat up 7 guys, that is the only fucking story you would hear from now until the day I fucking died. I have the biggest love of my life. Lean in, like, I kicked 7 guys' ass once.
That's what you want in your tombstone.
So I mean, on a catwalk. Like you're fucking 150 feet in the air too. So like shit started happening for him, and I like that.
But I hated Green Goblin. I hated him. Like I liked Defoe.
You didn't like the outfit.
I didn't like the outfit,
and that makes
I couldn't get past
I don't think they knew how to do it.
Well, probably not.
Well, that's the best they could do at the time. I mean,
I'd rather see the sock mask.
Yeah,
I'd rather see the sock mask than what I got because it looked like Ultraman. Like I just couldn't get out of it.
And he was awesome in the third one.
Yeah, he was.
And like even when he stabbed him, I'm like, this guy's the fucking worst, man. Like, like he is fucking rotten. Like, he was like equivalent to the Joker. Like he was just fucking,
which is what he's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When he stabbed him, like this fucking guy. You know what I mean? So like, I could kind of look past the man, like that outfit because but
costume, outfit, uniform, armor, whatever. You're not wearing fucking slacks and a button up here, buddy. Just call it whatever you want.
Oh, it was like Batman '89. Nice outfit. How hard was that? Dude, the fucking Nicholson was fucking great.
It was great.
But he's like, nice outfit.
He was fucking, he was so awesome. Like, I couldn't find and I have my problems with those movies too because the cast was fucking great. It was just such a wasted opportunity.
PC gamers are like,
a
lot of them are very.
I don't dig them at all.
Yeah. Consoles only.
Yeah, exactly. A keyboard, like fuck that. I mean, who the fuck wants to type while they're playing?
I play video games. I'm not a nerd.
Right. I mean, like, oh god, the whole typing while you're gaming thing is like, how fucking like,
I will tell you,
nerdy you have
I live in a very nerdy house. Everybody but me in my house plays games on their computer with the pad. I can't. I just
sorry for all those jokes.
No, listen, you didn't miss. Pilot says we're going to keep the seatbelt sign on. We might hit some turbulence, and boy, howdy. This is the first time my children had ever experienced. It seemed like an elevator dropped 4 floors at once.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. And I say,
is there anybody like that? Doesn't bother me.
Check, please. And I say to the kids, that's why we wear seatbelts in airplanes because you would
have hit the head on the fucking.
You would have hit your head on.
Otherwise, they useless. It's like, what's that really going to do?
Well, exactly.
It's almost like I'd rather not wear it. Like, why prolong?
I'd rather hit my head, break my neck, and die, and it's fireball.
Right. Like a 5-minute scream all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
Could have been dead 5 minutes ago if I was
so true, dude.
I got knocked out on the volcano.
But I understand flat earthers, specifically from Texas.
Okay, yeah.
It's flat as fuck.
Yeah.
It's flat as fuck. Holy shit! I ain't never seen so much sky in my life.
Yeah.
The only time I ever seen that much sky was when I was flying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, you can see the next city. Like, dude, you can see a city line from fucking.
When I was
6 miles
flying
away.
over that shit, I was like, yo, there's not a rock in sight.
Not a fucking thing. Just no hill.
It's called
no
the Great
fucking
Plains,
valley,
guys.
No fucking
the
river.
plains.
It's not. It's just fucking flat as far as the eye can see. You can like, bro. I bet the PS.
It's like a white girl from the 70s or an Asian girl from the 80s.
Oh wow! There's the vibe. Me and Kelly were talking about something, and it wandered into anime, and
of course,
talking about everything.
You can talk to almost anybody.
Star Wars has
nowadays.
good parts. Yeah. So it's a three hour thing. Bobby.
Any virgin?
This is probably. Just kidding. They all work in the produce section at Safeway. So this one is called.
I don't know why it's so funny, but it's fucking hilarious. It's just like.
All right.
And look, I can imagine like, hey, we're going to make a documentary about Fort, the place we go.
We don't go there.
I looked you in the eyes for that one, Bobby. Fort Armistead. You know, if we decide we're going to do a documentary.
That place we went once.
Yeah, we're going to do a documentary about that. I can't wait for my Nerd Week, boys.
Because I want to watch that other one, the one with the
Dude, this is
I can't wait for my. What? It's good, Bobby. Hold just
other Predator movie. You're familiar?
Hey, listen.
That's the one.
Listen, I know we're long in the tooth, but hold them fucking horses, bro. Just
nay. Dude, my horse was sassy, too, bro.
That was a sassy
my horse is sculpting over Joe's house.
My God.
That's it. I just want to share that fucking news with you.
They are looking at fostering kids and adopting in the next few years, so they'll be busy with that. Well, they won't be busy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What am I supposed to do with that, Joe?
He already apologized at the beginning of the show for this.
Just somebody saying your name is a plus in points.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown beat Rihanna up, and he took a dip, but he's up. You
That's
know what I'm
because
saying?
he can really dance, though.
Wow. And you put out a song with Busta Rhymes.
Oh, man.
I've never read an Aquaman comic in my life.
But
I got a good one here.
I meant it more as in
exposure.
I meant it more so as in like this
Want to
is
get your
the-
feet wet? You know what I'm saying?
Just water under the rug, buddy. Water under the rug.
I like to call him a handler.
Yeah.
Makes
I
makes
like
me
it,
sound
too.
more important, too.
There you go.
I think
have
it
a
makes you
handler.
sound less important.
Are you sure Stan Lee has handlers, right? Celebrity of handlers.
I saw
Esmer Miller needs a handler, right?
So does Thomas at We Is.
Well, you're right. I got it, Joe. This person.
You know, like my only regrets are for my children. And you know, who's to say I could live to be 106? I could be that dude. I come from good stock.
Joe, can we take out a life insurance policy?
Yeah, dude, GameStop me.
hey, listen, guys, if you have.
In little things like the Alien episode, and then we're going to try to do the Predator episode, Phil hit me up and was like, hey, I'm free Sunday. I was like, listen, that's not how this is going to work. Like, I'll let you know. Like, look, I'm not one of these Instagram thoughts. You can't just be talking to me any other way. Anyway,
They're
continue.
content creators. You're a content creator.
Correct.
Same
That is
shit.
true. I haven't been to Waffle House since I was a kid.
Bro, it's so
But y'all
fucking
don't invite me, so it's like, what's what?
Well, you listen, what do you let me get
You ain't gonna fucking. Well, first
you don't
of all,
you don't even know how to call out your hash browns, do you?
Oh, I see. It's a lot of judgment. You know what I mean? It's a lot of judgment.
Scattered, covered, smothered, and chunk Dyson capped, bitch.
You know what I mean?
But when do you have time?
You know what I'm recognizing?
You know, in your 9 videos a day.
You know what I'm
that you're
recognizing?
gonna come have Waffle House with us.
You know what I'm recognizing, Joe? I'm recognizing a lot of judgment. I'm not recognizing a whole lot of invites.
This guy. So we had.
I saw an old dude in there. I was
What's the voice? The guy who does.
It's probably shitty on my part.
Let me pull up their name so I don't get this wrong. Hang
But
on a second.
I'm terrible. I'm doing my best, Joe. I saw an old white dude. I was like, that's probably Frank Wilkers hanging out.
Yeah, that's who it was. It was.
I still function.
Fuck.
So I'll tell you the two people
That's
we
fucked
had.
up.
The only thing I know is there seems to be some stink about casting Luis Guzman as.
There is.
That's all I know
Who is
about
that?
it.
I don't know who these people are.
So you remember the heavy set Puerto Rican guy? He wasn't in Casino. I'm trying to work with other stuff you know. Did you see Carlito's Way?
I cut circles. That's what you get.
Yeah, you cut circles for me. You cut dozens and dozens of circles
And
for
I
me.
store your fucking
cork
in my closet.
We'll leave it at that. Don't have to explain any
that
further.
was a good one.
You are never going to be happy with yourself in some way. You know what I mean? Like,
Because nobody's perfect.
And no matter
I'm sure that people, artists who are amazing, still pick apart.
Well,
their
that's the
own art.
thing, and everybody does that. I don't think there's an artist in or except maybe Alex Ross. He knows his shit don't stop.
That motherfucker. I haven't thought about him in years, man. That motherfucker, dude.
Oh, see, Bobby, you're not
Trying
angry.
to rile him up
He's
today.
not angry enough because the sun's still out, so I need to fire him up.
He doesn't even put Superman's curl at a 30-degree circumference.
Oh my god,
motherfucker.
There's some fucking kids who don't have ADD or whatever, but they never get fucking great at anything.
Yeah, but I think that like some kids like have like this just openness to like understand and learn. Like, have you ever met that person that's just like kind of interested in what you're talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really. It doesn't.
Not in this room.
Like, wow. But like, it doesn't really matter what it is you're saying. It's like they just like, oh shit, like this person is sharing something with me, and I'm going to pay attention to it.
Yeah. And some people have real trim labia. So I assume foreskin is the same.
Foreskin, 5-skin.
Yeah.
And some of them are too small, and the head doesn't come out. Phimosis. There's a whole problem.
Jeez.
I did not know.
Hey, hate to hear it.
Hate to see it.
Anyway.
Hate to taste it. But that's not all, guys.
I think everybody at this table kind of considers the person that they're with to be the person they're meant to be with, like their soulmate, for lack of a better term, like the perfect balance to them in some ways.
I find it by default, I guess. I don't believe in like the somebody for everybody kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm speaking figuratively.
Figuratively, yeah.
Sure.
The yin to your yang, as it were. You know what I mean? Like the thing that balances you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for fucking sure.
Right. I knew the yin yang would get him, Chris.
God damn it! God fucking damn it! Chinese people.
Anyway.
I don't know if you had this experience, but like that was something I had to learn, and my parents secondhand taught me. It's like you can tell a kid me not to touch a fucking teapot because it's hot over and over again. I'll still reach for it, but the one time you
put the water in the pot, become the pot.
Fuck.
We need a sound for these things, and I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Fucking anyway.
Yeah. Have you ever had a situation where you are saying a sentence but you swap the words around?
All the time. All the time.
Like you're like, you're supposed to put the bag in the back, and you're like, put the back in the bag,
sure,
whatever. So did I ever tell you about the time that I confused Yakuza and Jacuzzi?
Whoa.
I ended up in hot water with the Japanese mafia, Joe.
That's number like 5 today. I'm going home. I'm walking.
That's a good one.
My flag, and I'm going home.
So here's what I'm going to call Game of Thrones fans from now on.
Nice,
and I want you guys to vote on what you think is the number one choice. Okay,
Sure.
Thronies.
Yo, that's pretty fucking good already.
Wow.
Dude. What else you got? Because I feel like that's hard to beat right now. Holy shit.
Throw bros.
Throw bros. I thought that's what Dante called it. His friends that he goes to jiu-jitsu with.
That's true. All right, we're gonna expand on that same theme. Are you ready? Throner boners.
Wow. Throner boners.
It's not a negative enough because boners are kind of good sometimes.
I don't know if that one works because I know lots of women who are fans of that shit.
Okay. Speaking of women, I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh.
Got thoughts.
Dude, I think that's it. I think that's it.
That's
period.
a 2. Got thoughts and thronies.
I have one more.
Okay.
Tarfanians.
That's too specific. But it's a good one.
I like the got thoughts.
I have the got thoughts for the ladies and thronies for the men. I'm the bottleneck of myself. Like usually a lot of times time is.
Hang on, I got to think this through.
Because a lot of times it's like I feel like I can do the thing with given time, right?
Is it a bottleneck dolphin?
It was sitting right there on the tee.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm cutting a little bit of what I'm doing, Joe. Been on a diet now for 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah. Just counting my calories and shit. Just being accountable.
Yeah.
So today, I was like, it's Nerd Rage After Dark. I'm getting litty. I had nothing today but Garrett's and some chicken and a piece of fish.
And lots of box of wine.
And now I'm drinking the rest of my calories.
Damn.
Along with my pain, Joe. I'm drinking.
Multitasking.
The fox and the cat.
Yes.
In Pinocchio that like lead Pinocchio down the wrong path.
Yeah.
They're in the live action movie and they are without a doubt 100% perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. In the words of your favorite game, perfect. They're perfect. They're fucking perfect. They executed that shit perfectly. They look great. They sound great. They talk great. They like
just like Tom Hanks.
It's no, that's Italian face. That's Italian face. That's not okay.
Look at me. I'm Geppetto now.
So nailed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, clench your buttholes.
Here it comes.
Little Mermaid.
Don't care. I don't care what they do with it. I mean, it's silly to me that people are getting so upset.
It's often silly to me whatever people get real upset at.
I think people are going to get upset
otherwise.
at anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have thoughts. You look like you have thoughts.
Oh, I'm not going to be the only one podding on this episode.
I mean, listen.
So look. Thoughts from the resident Gurren Lagann nut? He said, personally, I hope they go fucking town with it and do at least him, Yoko, Simon, and Viral. They're doing that with Demon Slayer, so why not do it with Gurren Lagann?
I mean, I love to depend on the price point because Gurren Lagann stuff tends to be overpriced because of like how I think it must be licensing and how few things are made. I have passed on some Gurren Lagann stuff before, but I did recently get, I don't remember what company it is. I think it's good, smallest company, but I set up the three, Kamina, Yoko, and Simone.
I said Simon.
Huh?
I said Simon.
I know you did. I didn't buy the correct use. I said Kamina.
Simone says. Okay, but it's not Kamina?
It's Kamina, but that's close enough.
Oh, Kamina Rider.
There's multiple layers to that.
Kamina Harris.
What if, though?
What planet were the clones made on?
Oh, dude, remember when Django came from Kamina
with the vice president? Yeah. It was pretty wild. It was wild times.
Gentlemen, I happen to know that both of you are Waffle House fans.
Aficionados is a better way to put it.
And I can tell you, I don't think I've been since I was a child. My dad was quite a fan as well.
Yep.
He liked all those sorts of establishments, Cracker Barrel, Waffle House.
See, I don't put those in the same pocket, though.
Golden Corral.
What? Please don't
I
put
see where you're
Waffle House
going
in.
with that.
He likes breakfast food?
Bob's Big Boy?
Yeah.
Who remember
His
Bob's
name
Big
was
Boy?
Bob.
And
I was Bob's Big Boy.
Well, I know what I'm being for Halloween now. You know The Rock. You're familiar, right, Bobby? I think he's got a big movie coming out soon.
Yeah. Pretty much as much talent as an actual Rock.
Maybe.
Aptly named.
He can do his eyebrow thing. He can. There's a Saturday Night Live bit where he's playing a wrestler and they're doing the promos. It's him and Bobby Moynihan.
Probably still was a reach for him somehow.
It probably was. But they're like...
Everybody has thought that Velma wanted Daphne on the low. Everybody. And nobody gave a shit.
Nope.
You know?
I mean, that's enough parody porn on
now,
that.
if they make Daphne Bagger, I might have an issue with it.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Because he's in my mind, she's supposed to be with Fred.
Good old family values.
You know, tradition, just like Chick-fil-A. I'm kidding. Shane Gillis, this guy.
He looks kind of familiar.
Is he British? He looks like he'd be
So
British.
I've never
I don't
seen
know
him.
what that means, but he looks like he'd be British.
I've never seen him, but he has gotten in a lot of trouble.
Oh, that's what we need
for the content of his comedy.
Okay, so he
often gets mentioned among the Bill Burrs, the Dave Chappelle.
What'd you say his name is?
Me too.
What's his name again?
Shane Gillis.
The name sounds familiar to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's funny or not. I can't speak on that, but
he's on YouTube and he has a podcast. Bobby, it's you.
It's me.
Surprise!
Dude, Skullface Unmasked.
It's Shane Gillis.
Of course I know him. He's me. It's a really well done trailer.
It's a really well done trailer.
Emotional.
Again,
We know that LL Cool J once walked with a panther.
that's true.
And I don't think he's been licking his lips on TV lately, so he might have something to do.
I got a song on the soundtrack.
I know you like your outfit stylish.
It's called Peanut Butter Nougat.
Pink cookies in plastic bags.
It's when
getting crushed by buildings.
And when I do it live, I'm gonna rub the peanut butter all over my chest and navel.
Navel. And then DMX will lick it off because he's a dog.
Fuck.
Well, did you see the meteor that they hit into the fucking sun? They made it commit suicide.
Oh man, that's rough. Give yourself a honk for that one.
Patreon fans are going to get that one again on a different show here soon.
Oh wow, double dipping.
Yeah, all the earmarks are there, but it's still vastly different versus what you get on screen, obviously for Hollywood. But even hearing the story,
Hollyweird, am I right, Joe?
Nailed it.
like even hearing the story.
Well, first of all, I want to say it's a very bold choice.
Oh boy,
that you came here in the White Lives Matter shirt today. It's just it's just an audible. It's just an audible podcast, so not everybody can see it.
I would never. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm so fucking done with that dude, yo.
They might be trying to pull in that Sex and the City audience, but it's like you didn't advertise it to them.
And
Right.
they
Right.
don't want
That's
to watch
what I'm
this.
No,
Well,
they
yeah.
don't. No, and that ultimately, man.
Hey, we.
Well done, Joseph. Well done. I think Jaina.
Thank God.
No. I think I've corrupted her also.
She said it.
Yeah, and I was like,
"You're gonna get her ass beat in school."
I know. Trust me, she's gonna get that for other reasons. But like, dude, yesterday she went to. Yeah, I don't mean to trash her, but yesterday she went to school in a pink sweatshirt.
Oh my God! How dare she?
In a baby blue sweatpants with some off-color sneakers.
Okay,
I was like, you're going to school looking like a gender test.
That's why you're upset with her right now.
Yes.
That's funny.
Guy Ritchie did not write
No,
everyone.
not the Guy Ritchie one. The Antoine Fuqua one.
Man, fuck why you too. Disrespect me like that. I mean, y'all know I'm in your house, but goddamn,
don't ever disrespect me talking French to me. You heard?
You heard?
No, the guy who did Training Day. He did a movie called King Arthur. All right, so I'm grape jam or honey.
Honey is great.
Do you know the difference between jam and jelly?
Yeah, it's the way it spreads.
I can't jelly my dick up your ass.
Got him.
Crucifixion is still used as a rare method of execution in Saudi Arabia.
I told you. I knew it.
Imposed in Islamic law is variously interpreted as exposure of the body after execution, crucifixion followed by stabbing in the chest, or crucifixion for 3 days, survivors of which are allowed to live.
That's fair.
Awful.
Not fair.
Fucking nuts.
See? I know it's 2022.
But it is extremely rare.
Yes, but it's not happening.
The last one was in 2018.
That's not a long time ago.
No, it was not.
He was accused of stabbing a woman to death. Which is weird. I thought they kind of let that slide. I don't mean it. Mostly.
Satirical. Does that count?
All right. Now, if it was a man, contributor to society.
My God.
I checked the analytics. We're pretty safe.
How have we not been canceled?
Why do you guys want action figures that sweat?
Okay, well, those are from the 90s.
They have bottles.
You still have to explain yourself.
Into the action figure, and you push the head down, fucking it gushes sweat.
I know. Those are Jakks Pacific figures from the 1990s. I had a couple of them out of morbid curiosity.
Okay.
No, if you have one curiosity, you got one. You got a couple. You want it.
Well,
right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
You have to remember where we were in the world with wrestling. It was the hottest thing because
so hot
Stone
that you're
Cold,
sweating.
DX,
Your action figures.
NWO. Bro, I don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
I want you to apologize.
I'm not apologizing for shit.
But okay.
I don't know.
Where
I didn't
are
come
they?
up with where are we?
Your sweaty action
All my wrestling figures got sold when I was running my wrestling promotion.
Chris, I know you be watching Atlanta. Would you kiss Bobby in the back of a van for some expensive ass sneakers instead of paying? Same question for Bobby. Joe, it can be a different item. Or what item would you kiss your friend for instead of paying?
Is it tongue?
Yeah, there's like, is it tongue? Is it on the lips? Is it like
on a dick?
Are we touching tips?
You know, like there's a lot of.
What's an expensive ass pair of sneakers?
What about $5,000 Dracula?
Oh yeah, I'd listen, gentlemen.
Tongue?
If we've all listen,
you would rock the tongue with your boys.
I would.
Kiss your homies good night, bro.
Listen,
yeah, we don't see each other the same way.
I don't know. I would even shave for y'all and brush my teeth and get some mints.
Because you see fucking like Ben Kingsley in some awful fucking movies.
Yeah, he's done some trash stuff,
but he's also in a lot of good stuff.
He's Trevor. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's like, didn't he play?
Because he's not.
Yeah, he played Gandhi. He won like an Academy Award.
That probably would. Can you imagine the outrage that would happen today?
Yeah,
like they would have just killed him.
Yeah,
they'd have just been like, he would have announced it. Like, I've taken this role. It's a hero of mine, Gandhi. They'd be like, hey, come out here for a minute. Put your head in this hole. We're gonna drop this giant fucking knife on top of it and put it in this basket and parade it around town.
What else? What?
What? What are we scatting? Skip it up, bop, skip up, bop, up.
Hey, that's Joe. I'm Joe.
Joe
and Joe.
Tag
Nice to meet you, Joe.
That's the Joe Button with Joe Biden on it.
Oh man, we need the womp womp for that.
Oh no!
Womp womp.
Fuck. It's too early for this,
dude. And if you want, I could put on some Joe Button in the background while we press the Joe Button to play Joe Button.
No,
Come on,
I don't need to be sad today.
I do this.
Yes, you do this,
Bobby. Listen, I know you're just trying to pump up the show.
Oh, here we go. I had a buddy of mine that was like into survival stuff.
Yeah.
And like they were like one time we were talking and he was like, you should have like, some tinder and some sticks and, you can rub them together. And I was like, well, why don't I just take a lighter? And they're like, well, what if the lighter breaks? And I was like, what if I take a bag of like 10 lighters?
Exactly. It's called redundancy. You should always have.
Sorry, I know it's going to cut out the Mario thing. I was saying to my mates, so one of my mates was like, "Oh, so stupid! They haven't done the Italian accent." And I kind of agree with you. Like, I know Joe was saying, like, obviously they could have got the voice acting, he could have dumbed it down maybe a bit so it worked. But I explained it to two of my friends now who said they were against it because they're big Mario fans. Like me and my co-worker, he's our shop manager. He's a massive N64 collector like me, and he was like, oh, it should be Italian. And I was like, yeah, but imagine if he's running around. He's like, hey, let's go over here. We got to go do this and we got to do that. And then we got to... I was like, he'll just be fucking dumb. And he actually agreed in the end, so...
He probably...
Let's go over here. You do this and you do that.
I think he probably outlined the whole movie with his synopsis.
I said, dude, I need him to redub the entire movie when it comes out. Modern times, we use a phone to jerk off instead of the computer. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I still use the computer or the laptop for funsies sometimes, but a lot of times it's just fucking embedded
just
with the phone.
Just to remind you of the good old days.
Yeah, I mean, bigger screen and fucking...
Sure. Make your chest all hot.
Little kickstand.
Yeah. Pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm at the urinal, and a man comes in with his child, and they go in the stall, and I heard the child say, "That boy don't have any hair, Daddy." Talking about me, and I just busted out laughing. I thought it was, and the guy was like, oh, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Bro, listen, that made my day."
I'd have been like, "Stop looking at my
dick."
Great.
Funny, my wife made a similar comment. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Great minds.
And then
Great minds.
afterwards we go to Spirit Halloween.
Of course.
Bobby had a hell of a cod piece.
Yeah, I did. That's the closest Chris has hand had ever been to my dick before.
On multiple occasions.
On multiple occasions. But it was funny because this cod piece I was wearing had like spikes on it. And I found myself keep strumming my hand across it like all night long.
Me
and I was
too.
like,
I regret not ordering the Star Saber now.
Really?
Yeah, since I'm a chug thug.
Yeah.
Chugging and we thugging.
Chug thug.
As long as they're in detox, buddy. Glass cabinets.
Yeah. You're like, I'm
Dag nabbit. I got my chugs in glass cabinets.
That sounds a little Cameroni. Dag nabbit. Glass cabinet.
There you go. It's just a bad habit.
God damn it! I was gonna say.
God damn
I was gonna
it.
say buying chugs. It's a bad habit.
But I gotta have it. I'm sorry.
Playing Street Fighter. I think I'll play Saget.
How does Philip in the minority?
I'm sorry. Joe, I saw you coming home this morning. Where were you at last night?
Dropping my car off.
What are you doing? You got coming home. You coming over to my house on the road. There's some weird shit going on down the street.
I saw the robe when I first walked out.
I lived next door. Why would I put on a jacket?
I said he's trying to be the Tony Soprano in Newmarket.
I like
he wants to be Tony Soprano Lee. I bought a Black Manta DC UC figure for cheap, and
can we take that clip, edit it? I want to chop that up real quick. No, I bought a black man.
Oh God! Maybe it'll just be me and Kanye singing our songs together. And if Namor's the villain, I think it has the most chance of being
Such a
like
colonial way to say it. It's Namor. Or whatever.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Bobby's face is incredulous.
Welcome to the world of rainbow people. Yes.
Have you always called it that?
Since he came out, yeah.
Came out.
There's more that you need to know about him too.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. These days, I don't know.
I should have went with that.
I was like, well, I mean, the briefs are a bold choice.
I mean, the little wing, the leg wings and shit.
But is it really Namor?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say that Namor.
I think because of the change in his culture, they're going to lean more towards how it would be pronounced if he was of Hispanic descent.
Is that what they're trying to say, that he's Hispanic?
Yes.
He's Hispanic in the sea? I'm just asking.
Hey, no one's saying shit right now. You're on your own, Bobby.
Just asking.
You're on your fucking own. the one fucking white guy at the table.
Let's get Gomez on the phone.
My gears were turning as he said, I was like, well, shit, that doesn't make sense.
All right. I'm going to leave that alone. This has to be a Panther movie. It can't be a Namor movie.
Correct.
Namor movie, yeah.
See? He's trying it.
But in order for me, I think, to dive in... No.
This is going to be fucking Aquaman all over again, but with goddamn...
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's like every opportunity.
And thinking about hearing you guys talk, I don't hope that it absolves or brings up phase 4. I just hope that it kind of wets the palate.
We're good at this. I'm not going to lie to you. We're good at this.
I hope it wets your palate for phase 5, because I think with the multiverse being open up, I think it does lend the opportunity for you to recast that role because you haven't scratched the surface. Vibranium claws.
And surface of the water.
Yes. You haven't scratched the surface of the stories that you tell with T'Challa. And I think
agree.
It was tragically cut short, but that doesn't mean you throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. So it's, damn, I wasn't trying. I promise promise you I wasn't trying. I promise I didn't try to do that.
But there's a point in there because Reese Witherspoon's then Bokeem Woodbine, and the detective who's black.
That's evil Dave Chappelle, right?
Yes.
Make sure I had the right guy.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard that. But you're right.
This is Bizarro Dave Chappelle.
Yo.
Yes, that is correct. But,
I'm kind of mind blown right now. Tell you the truth.
So there's a new Willow trailer. I didn't know it was a series.
What's Willow?
Oh, I thought it was a movie.
I did too.
I thought it was Willow. Yo.
So you might say it's a short story.
What? What? No, be comfortable. You be you.
Look, it's just a little tale.
Let me see this shit.
And look, and it looks so good. I think if you were to sign up for Disney Plus, it'd be a small order. Really, did like.
It's not that big a deal.
I'm uncomfortable. So, anyway, it still looks amazing.
I thought it was Willow 2.
But I thought it was Willow 2.
Yeah.
And I was a little bummed that it's not a movie. That
I mean, are you though? If it's like movie quality show, you're always talking about you want movie quality shows.
Just
bruh.
a little bummed.
This is funny.
All right.
You could buy a child 2 deluxe chugs with that.
That was what I was thinking, like $60. Oh, I can buy a whole stack of magic cards or a single magic card.
Well, there you go.
You should be like every time
stock in a very expensive.
Every time I reach $100, I will buy a DTOF, put things I don't want in it anymore, and then set the whole thing on fire on Twitch.
Yo, people would throw money at dumb shit, man.
So we could come up with so many creative ways to blow up a DTOF. Set it on fire, blow it up.
We should
shoot it.
Get someone to try to run through it.
Yeah, sledgehammer.
Someone younger
with
than
their
us.
body.
Imagine taking a sledgehammer, like a baseball swing sledgehammer, to a DTOF.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what?
We can test how sturdy these
Death
motherfuckers
matches.
are. Jesus.
Or a DTOF
wrestling.
A DTOF toss.
Bro,
yeah,
just like a long toss.
Who can throw it the furthest?
Like you tip it. You get to grab the bottom and you flip that.
Yeah,
bitch.
you flip it. Like, how many DTOFs?
We have a field out here.
Yeah.
Who's gonna clean all the glass up there?
Let's get tarps.
Tarps. Well, let's go to the basketball court then.
Yeah,
the one over there.
Yeah,
yeah.
We should do it.
Oh, we can take it to Fort Armistead.
The DTOF Olympics.
We're taking Fort Armistead. It's always trash there anyway.
Title.
And we're gonna have crowd. We're gonna have audience there and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fort Armistead.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You don't have to clean up afterwards.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're gonna take it.
Sell tickets to.
Then we take it. We take a DTOF and fill it full of condoms and leave it in Fort Armistead. It's like as long as you leave this here
into a whole art piece.
Yes.
As long as you leave this here, we will continue.
Just take DTOF's places and leave them like a Banksy.
Do we put anything?
There'll be statement pieces in there.
Do we put any? Yeah.
What is art though? You can put anything in there. People interpret
we need
it.
a fourth because we have to have 4. Who's going to be our fourth to fill this DTOF? Because we each get a shelf every time.
Yeah, that's true.
Not to make those dildos with suction.
We can have a
cups.
rotating cast.
A McRib.
Actually, what we'll do is
or Szechuan sauce.
Dude, we like go to PETA and like just leave fast food in it.
Hey, we'll just make it a purchase.
You know what I mean? Like make it an art thing.
Yes.
We'll make it the bottom shelf it's a purchasable item on the website. You can purchase the bottom shelf,
and then we'll take pictures of it, sell the prints.
Yes,
and then sell the NFT.
Yeah, and then I will finally feel like I'm an artist.
And then maybe I hear it would sponsor.
They'll be like, you drew Transformers for 6 years. I was like, yeah, but it wasn't until I put a Big Mac in a DTOF where I truly became an artist.
That's right.
Bro, I'm in on this
I'm
idea.
actually in also.
Yes.
We can all lay a nice turd on those glass panels, and that can be one of them.
And I think taking one to Fort Armistead and like leaving like safe sex literature in it and like all like
condoms,
spray cans,
butt
spray
plugs.
paint cans.
dildos.
And
all kinds of stuff.
we could drill through with anchors and actually mount it to the fucking floor.
We'll come back. We can have
see what happens.
Get a cheap ring cam,
and don't steal this idea, or if you do, give us royalties.
Yeah, just keep put a ring cam in there just to see what happens.
DTOF Olympics. Let us know if you're interested.
DTOF Olympics. Yep,
bro.
Get you signed up.
I'm fucking so in.
It's a statement, really.
The winner
gets the best ideas.
The winner gets to go to a Waffle House with us.
Yes,
dude.
Take us to Waffle House.
We could leave one at Waffle House.
So I mean, we could literally just make a whole thing where like. Me and Bobby are carrying this DTOF. Joe's just got a clipboard. He comes in and looks at the clipboard. So yeah, we're going to put it right here. Hey, we'll be back for this and just leave. Just see how long somebody will leave a DTOF there. This is a very YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Yes. I love everything about this.
Yeah. Like, you know, like the comic book was basically like a rip on the Avengers and Justice League, and like they took all these like characters that were fair use and just put them in like this group. If we could make a villains, you know what I mean, have like Stalin and you know, you know what I mean.
It's too soon. It's too soon.
Woo! Have 2 shelves.
Hi, Patreon.
How much will you pay for Hitler custom?
Well, so all the money, all the proceeds for the bad guys had to go to charities to the respective countries of which they destroyed. We can't make profits on that.
No. You can't profit off Hitler customs. Please don't.
And you got the nerve to be wearing some Yeezys in here. God damn.
Oh man. I don't even have one either. Actually, you know what's funny? I think about it before I put them on now.
Me too.
Wow.
And not because just because I like how people view it. Like, you know, like I don't.
Most people have no fucking clue.
You're probably right.
Because they look. Right. I mean,
they're just shoes.
Avia sells a rip off of the black ones at Walmart. You know, whatever.
Probably right. Dude, we can make QAnon. He's like that little Asian dude from you know, from the.
Bobby, what are you on today? God,
he comes with like a 4chan computer screen, like
yes, I'm down
as an accessory.
All right. Hey, dude, this is a brainstorming gold mine. This episode,
Nerd Rage think tank.
Yes.
All right, continue.
What's that Marvel movie? The Eventuals or the Essentials?
Oh, the Eternals.
Yeah, the black guy from that.
He's the Eventuals.
The Essential Eventuals.
They're like, time's running out. Don't worry. The Eventuals will
they'll be here sooner or later.
Turn up sooner or later.
They'll be here sooner or later.
Dude, so many good ideas this episode, bro.
Make a comic book called The Eventuals.
Yes.
They only they're the criminals like robbing a bank. The Eventuals come in and protect the last bag.
Eventually get here. Perfect.
It's like somebody's at a Transformers. Hey, what did he look like? He had on a black T-shirt with camouflage cargo shorts
and a patchy beard.
Yeah, and a patchy beard going bald. How tall was he? Somewhere between 5'6" and 6'5".
And he had a T-shirt that had some sort of ironic statement about G1 on it.
Yes.
Like it was Rodimus, and it said "Not my prime."
Yes, and on the back it said. On the back it said "Truck, not monkey," but it was all spelled like clever.
Yeah,
but not that clever.
Yeah, Man Thing is in it. Super charming, like super charming. Super
Man Things are not charming.
Yeah, so, fair enough, but yours less so than mine. But like then. And then
mine looks more like Man Thing though.
True, the snout bit.
A guy comes in, he sits down, he's got his laptop and he's opening it, and and he says to the girl, "Excuse me, what's your Wi-Fi password?" And she says, "Oh, we don't have Wi-Fi." And he's like, "Oh, I guess I'll just use my hotspot." And I wanted to look at him, he's like, "Motherfucker, this ain't Starbucks.
Yeah, why would you even
Waffle
ask
House?
That? Why? Like you should have opened it, looked at your network, didn't see
what
Waffle
kind
House.
of laptop was it?
It was an Apple.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's exactly what an iPad person would fucking say.
Yeah, but he wouldn't eat there.
Yo,
bro,
I'm just being honest.
Yo, I didn't even think about that. Yo,
we're kidnapping your ass one day after the show, and we're not even going to tell you. We're just going to say, "Come on, get in the car. We're going." And I don't care what your plans are. I don't know what Saturday you have to do what for sitting down. We're going right now.
Yeah.
You can do it from Waffle House.
Yeah, I would like to.
He can't because there's no fucking Wi-Fi.
I haven't had one.
Bring your hotspot, motherfucker.
One in South America, like real down south somewhere. I don't know, Chile, Brazil. So I think it's Chile. I think.
Is it cold down there?
Cold, not as fucked up as Vancouver
chilly.
Island. It's not as wet.
It's not a little chilly.
Depends on where.
Chili today, hot tamale.
That's right. That's the weather forecast.
That's racist. Is that racist? I'm not even sure anymore.
I don't know. It's on the south of the border signs on the way to South Carolina, so it's got to be right.
It's gotta be racist?
No,
I'm sure
that's all above board.
I'm sure south of the border is a wholly minority-owned
You're
company.
always a wiener at Pedro's.
Oh boy,
it's that sign. It's on the sign. It's not me. I'm just a messenger. Don't blame me.
I just know how to read.
Dude, I was still surprised that I got away with one joke I got away with a couple weeks ago. Like that nothing was
no
said.
backlash yet. Now people are going to go back and listen for
But
it.
yeah, I got it. I think either people like went with it or didn't get it.
But yeah, so they were in Chile for one episode. We started the new season, but I haven't watched it. We put it aside for now. Watch something else. But they're going to be in Mongolia.
Okay, I saw like a best of kind of clip show on it, and there were Mongolia.
Yeah.
That seems very interesting because
build the wall.
They already did. They did it.
I don't think
they
that's-
actually did it.
I don't think that's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I think it is exactly the same thing.
That's also fair. That's also fair.
Except one got built.
Yeah, that's true. 50 miles a day. I don't know if it's true. Jim says it's true. PSSS, Nerd Rage 238, the Rona Romp. 1 hour and 2 minutes to 1 hour to 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Oh, to still have hope. I'd have to go back and listen.
And listen to what? Wow.
Yeah.
What are you listening
Hang on,
to?
tell me that.
I'm
going to write that down because I am going to check it out.
Yeah, actually, let's pause it real quick and just find it.
Oh, we have it.
Kind of hard to get excited about, whatever, the Eternals, as much as it is to get excited about Thor, perhaps.
Yeah.
But-
And at least they've made it last a good long time, 10
Agreed.
plus years. you
Agreed.
know?
But She-Hulk's one I'm excited about. I'm excited to see that on the big screen or on the silver screen.
Wow.
Way to do some digging. So here's the thought of the week this week. This is from the name is Francis by Raichi or Faces by Raichi.
Francis
- Sith Vampire.
That's a lot.
Are you having pie for dessert or do you want cake? And then it's got a picture with her,
see?
Scantily clad.
Oh, I'll take the cake.
It's not even a fucking cosplay. He's just getting loosey goosey now.
It could be. It's my Mary Jane or some shit. Who knows?
And Phil replies, all the fanboys want a slice of Faces by Raichi. And then there's a gif of Garfield licking his lips and it says, sit right here on my plate.
Oh my God.
Wow. That might take the cake.
Oh God.
It's the worst one.
It might take the cake.
It's the worst one.
Joe is about to crawl out of his skin over here.
I'm just like,
ugh. Gross. Wow. Phil, you fucking little harlot.
You filthy, filthy man.
I'm filthy.
there's a new one.
Anyway, so with that, I think we can get out of here.
Flap your labius.
Tasty taint.
Tight dick player.